Hello, everyone. Welcome to the King of Anime podcast. The only podcast where we forget what today is.
What is
I'm well
today?
aware of what today is.
Yeah, it's Monday. It's KOA Day.
Boo.
Oh.
Well, if anyone is wondering why I'm not being represented this week and I'm only being represented by Freerun, it's because the app that I use is not working today. I guess I tried, see what troubleshoot the situation, but no, I'm just Freerun now. So if anybody wants to ask me anything they would want to ask Freerun, I will definitely try to answer in the most lore-friendly way possible. But with that aside, it's the King of Anime podcast. This week we got our awards show that we're going to celebrate and not celebrate some anime this week, and as well we're going to talk about the final 2 episodes of Shinsekai Yori. Thank you, EA. I don't know. Well, how have you guys been?
Not too bad. Just this past weekend I was catching up on some shows and I watched some new ones. I watched Shogun for the first time, and I got to admit, it's definitely got a lot of hype behind it, and it lives up to it. It's a really, really good show so far. 2 episodes in, I really like Shogun.
Word. Well, before we get any further in the stream, I don't know if it's on my end and only my end only. Is anybody that's watching right now having issues with the stream?
Oh shit!
Because it's showing up choppy for me.
What the fuck? Yeah. No, it's giving me a warning and stuff.
Holy crap. This whole thing's falling apart.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Why is this happen? Why?
How could this happen to us? La, 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 la.
Oh
Yeah, Carp
God.
says it's choppy.
What the fuck?
Says it's chopped and screwed.
Chopped and screwed.
Mm-hmm. Because it's officially been chopped and screwed. Let's see how we look.
Oh, okay. So we should be streaming again. Cut off for a second, I think. Okay. Maybe not. What the fuck?
I don't know. Doesn't seem like it's choppy now. At least from what I can see.
Okay, is everyone good? Are we coming through clearly?
Most importantly, are we coming?
Are we coming through clearly?
Yeah, it looks fine on my end.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I think I know what the issue was, so I think we got it.
You gotta stop downloading that porn, man.
It's because y'all didn't donate.
Listen, I was downloading 8 billion terabytes of pornography, and yeah, I'm sorry. I apologize.
You gotta cut down on that.
Yeah, you really do, man.
I think I should cut up on it, honestly. I think I should download more.
Mm-mm.
I mean, what's the worst that can
2
happen?
is enough.
You need to cut less.
Yeah, I do need to cut less. I need to cut less and then get more. You're right.
Okay.
So yeah, this is the King of Anime podcast. That's what we're doing this week. As for co-hosts, how have you guys been?
Still good. I'm sorry, I already said how good I was. Sasuke, your turn.
I was gonna say, by the way, that was our April Fool's joke. We fooled y'all into thinking we were good streamers.
We're terrible. We're terrible.
Gotcha. But as for me, today has been a little weird, but I think I'm in good spirits overall.
That's good. That's good.
Almost finished with some of my games. I think I have like 2 hours left of Danganronpa Orchard of Spare Girls. That game isn't as bad as people said it was. The gameplay isn't anything to write home about at all, but the story is pretty fun. I thought it was going to be a lot worse, but it's been good so far. Played Fire Emblem, killed a whole bunch of people's favorites. My chat was not too happy with me and some of my decisions, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, overall, things are looking up.
I like the whenever you donate some bits to your chat there, Sasuke, the stripper song starts playing. It's the best.
Stripper. Yeah, I'm trying to be more of a streamer. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You know, trying to get things together a little bit.
yeah,
Also-
and it's a gif of stalking, freaking stripping.
Yeah.
Satsuki, you look excellent today.
Thank you.
Yeah, you getting married?
War show ready. I'm a war show ready.
Oh,
Simple.
well.
No,
Oh, okay.
if I was getting married, I would have just wore the t-shirt and then, the
but
pajamas.
because it's the award show, we're getting special.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Now I look like a slob, only wearing this very faded
No.
King of Anime shirt.
No, you're marriage ready. You're marriage ready.
I'm ready
That's
for
marriage
a war,
attire.
apparently.
And C-Tat is war ready.
Carp says hello. How you doing, Carp? Decrepit Storm says fry tactics. I agree. Carp says, "See, tell everyone about your new mermaid obsession."
I don't
I'd
know.
rather
An
not.
obsession?
I'd rather no.
Yeah, I don't wanna know.
No.
Do I want to know this?
No.
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 Are
no,
you an
no,
Ariel
no.
kind
No,
of
let
under
me-
the
no,
sea?
Let me explain. There's a mermaid in One Piece and at the end of Enies Lobby, and for some reason Carp thinks I'm into this mermaid, and I'm not. I'm
Why would he
really
think
not.
that?
Yeah, I want to see why would he think that? See, it wouldn't have to be because of the oh my god, she's so hot, milk material. Blah, blah, blah.
No, she's an old lady who's very ugly and decrepit and gets drunk all the time.
You
Literally.
like
Oh,
milk?
Kokoro. Oh, you like Kokoro.
No, I
Okay.
don't like Kokoro. Why
Show
are
me,
we saying
show me
that?
a picture. Show me a picture.
I got you.
I have to see what she looks like.
Yeah, she's
After-
definitely C's type.
I have to see what this old mermaid
Not
looks
even
like.
a little bit. There's no way.
I'm posting right.
What? Why are we doing this to me? Carp, you're dead. You're
All right,
dead,
let's
you
see.
son of a bitch.
Oh my god, see, this is definitely your type.
No, this is not
Told
my
you.
type.
Her hair looks like fucking hedges that you clip.
I hate everything. I hate it all. I hate it. Well, that is that. Today is April 1st, so if we say anything goofy or anything like really problematic, it's just a prank. It's just a prank.
Or as the great Murray says,
It's joke.
it's joke. It's a joke.
Did they ever have a
Whereas-
Love Live April Fool's thing? I don't think they did.
Not to my knowledge.
Not
No.
to sound like a stupid American, but is April Fool's thing even a thing in Japan? Is that
Yeah.
something to be celebrated?
I want to say, is it in any other country or is it just here in America? Where I'm sure people in other countries are like, look at these Americans celebrating April Fool's Day.
That's how they
Yeah,
sound.
puny
That's-
Yes,
capitalism.
just specifically just everyone.
yeah, I was about to say that's everybody. That's Japanese people. That's
Oui, oui.
Australians.
Yeah. With amazing sheet.
I love the hockey.
And Trayvon McKenty will have that answer for you later in the award show.
It's
Oh,
definitely a thing in South Korea because I was playing Nikkei and they had this whole event for April Fools. It was so well detailed that I was actually shocked.
Where was this?
That was a game, booty shooters. Okay.
Oh.
Bro, I saw Adora Burp showed me a clip of some girl and Nick shooting a gun, and she's like panicking the entire time. And when she has to reload, she's like having a panic attack, and she just looks like she doesn't want to be anywhere there. And it's hilarious.
Did you just call it Nick?
Yeah, Nick.
Nikke.
That's what I said, Nick.
I hate you.
How's it spelled? Nikke?
Yep.
Yeah.
Nikke. Okay.
Yeah, it's Nick.
They even say it always at the start of the start. Nikke, God is a victory.
Oh, you can't mistake that. See, you're just being a jerk.
Yeah.
Well, damn. Carp says here in Chile, it's not a thing, and Decrepit Storm says it's a thing where he lives.
Wow. So some places it is, some it ain't.
Yeah.
Also, Decrepit, I nailed the accent perfectly, right? For where you guys live?
You're going to get a guillotine.
No guillotine from me. Oui, it is not fair, no?
Isn't that like the weapon of or the execution of choice in France? Guillotine?
I think it may have been invented over there. Yeah.
Probably.
Well,
France, home of the revolutions.
Oh my God. Yeah.
And French fries.
Is it?
I don't know.
I feel like that's not the truth.
No, I don't think it is. I feel like I was always like a joke that I would say is like, name a French food. Obviously, French fries. Gaw.
Well, let's go ahead and get into the news.
I missed my
opening.
I was waiting.
I pre-ejaculated. I'm sorry.
No, you post-ejaculated. You ejaculated hours after orgasm.
Yeah, you're right. It was just okay. I'm gonna get ready for the news. This is gonna be so.
Hello, Ellie.
Yes, hi, Ellie.
Yes, hello, Ellie.
Guillotine de Manifesto. Or Mephisto. What?
That's a Nikke character.
Okay.
Is that the
I
panic
said
one?
Manifesto.
That's the Chinibio.
Damn. Couldn't be me. First news story. Solo Leveling gets a season 2. The only reason I don't really care about this show, as I've expressed many times. I think I've only seen the first 6 episodes, but it's not bad. But it's getting a season 2, which I think is notable just because it's a webtoon anime that's getting a season 2. I think that's pretty cool, and it seems like a lot of people really enjoyed Solo Leveling and thought they are doing it justice. So I think just for the fact that for years on this show we were very, very down on Crunchyroll's webtoon adaptation bullshit, that it's nice they finally at least get it right. Granted, wish it was something more interesting, but have you guys watched Solo Leveling? Do you care? Are you gonna watch season 2? What do you think?
I mean, I'm aware of Solo Leveling, but I've never seen the anime myself. Interesting enough, that was a series that everybody in my server would read. The webtoon, of course. And it's so funny because that series has a reputation. I won't even say it's a reputation at the point, or even a stigma. It's just what it is. It's dubbed as a meathead show where it's just nothing but fights and no story. There was a time in my server where, because everybody would read the chapter and then they would drop their fire emojis and they would leave. Somebody went into the chat not knowing the culture of that chat, and they tried to discuss the chapter. When I tell you, nobody in my server was having it. They said, somebody literally said, drop your fire emoji and shut up. You always trying to do something extra. That's not what they said verbatim, but that's basically the gist of what they said. That series is not something you discuss. It's something that you enjoy and you go about your day. It's the fast food anime. So that's funny to me.
I've been told to watch it, and I watched the first episode, and I like your description, Sasuke. It's a meathead straight up action, straight up balls to the walls, no nonsense, just shonen, just fighting. So I'm like, I might give it a chance. Actually, I might just have to take a look. I'm not gonna drop no fire emojis in the chat. Don't worry, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna
No, that's what you are supposed to do.
Well, I'm not gonna because
you can't
I have
discuss,
some sense.
No, you can't discuss solo
Okay,
leveling.
you know what? Hold on.
It's nothing to discuss, EA.
There. I did it. You happy now?
There you go.
There. I'm just another statistic.
Yeah.
I'm ashamed of myself. And I didn't say, "Hey Google." I said, "Shut up." No, stop it.
Oh my god.
Sorry, my phone's being dumb.
I would like to see other webtoons other than like the super action oriented ones, and I hate it because Solo Leveling and Tower of God, they're not the same series, obviously. And I think Tower of God is way more fleshed out than Solo Leveling, from what I know.
More Rachel.
And more Knockin' others. But I was gonna say it's one of those power fantasy series, the leveling up type of series. And I wish they would do webtoons that are more interesting. I mean, we're early in it, but it's a whole other genres they can get into. So I hope they don't box themselves in with only the action ones, because those can get really bad. They can get really, really bad.
I'd love it if they did a Sweet Home or Bastard adaptation. That'd be so good.
Ooh, Bastard. I heard that one's pretty good.
Well, this is probably a different Bastard you're thinking of. This Bastard is a horror series.
And it's not the ugly Bastard?
Hopefully not, no.
I only learned it recently because of you guys. You've ruined me forever.
Okay.
Next up, Hideki Anno is going to lead a 50th anniversary project for space battleship Yamato. We don't exactly know how extensive it is. It's pretty extensive in the merchandise and stuff like that. But we don't know if it's going to get an anime quite yet. They said that Studio Kara is going to lead another side of the project. And the reason I wanted to talk about this in general is just because Space Battleship Yamato is literally the reason anime fandom is the way it is today. It's also the entire reason it's called anime, which I don't think a lot of people know. But basically, before it was called anime, it was called something else. I forget the name, but after this anime originally came out 50 years ago, they were like, we need a name for this. So they wanted to call it anime. So it's
animation. Anime.
Yeah. I think it was the fans that dubbed the name too, which is really interesting.
Yeah.
But anything Hideki Anno does is noteworthy in general, just because he's kind of like an anime legend at this point. And also the fact he's working on Space Battleship Yamato, which is a huge inspiration for Neon Genesis Evangelion, which is one of his most notable works. I just thought it was, something worth mentioning in case somebody out there is a Space Battleship Yamato fan. I've never finished the series, the original or the new remade version of it. Eventually I want to. We'll see. But do you guys care or have any experience?
I definitely have heard of this legendary anime. Have yet to see it, but one of these days I'll get my ass around to it.
No, I'm not aware of it. So can't say much about it.
Isn't the name inspired by the actual battleship from World War II, Yamato?
Yes. What they did is I forget the plot of it, but basically they pollute the Earth so much they only have a year left to save Earth. So they basically go and take the sunken Yamato battleship and they retrofit it to become a spaceship with a warp drive.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah. Well, EA, the next one's you, I believe.
It is. everybody, Smiling fans, rejoice. We now have a season 2 that's been announced. In coming this May, season 2 of Smiling Friends. Last
Get out
night.
of my head, man. Out of my
Yeah.
head.
Last night we had what was very obviously going to be a April Fool's troll, because weeks ago they announced new season Smiling Friends premieres March 31st at midnight. What's March 31st at midnight? April Fools. So everybody was like, oh God, what are they going to fucking do? And they did do an April Fool's trick. They had 3 episodes that they redid entirely out of sock puppets. And it was so fucking hilarious and just kind of creative and inventive how they did everything. And it was just, it was neat. It was amusing. But I was like, okay, are they going to actually, is this all it's going to be? Was this just a troll? And then just out of nowhere, they played 1 episode from season 2, brand spanking new episode after those 3 episodes. And it was great. It was basically a tribute to the old school video games. They had this one character that looked like PlayStation 1 graphics playing. I'm like, oh my God, this is great. And it was making fun of the gaming industry and talking about, nobody likes these old types of games or whatever. Everybody likes these microtransactions and online gaming. I'm like, oh, this is so on the nose, but it's great. Anyway, it was great. I enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to what season 2 is going to bring, because I like Smiling Friends. I think it's one of the best things Adult Swim has done since Rick and Morty. And that's saying a lot. So yeah, check it out if you haven't. And in May, we're going to be party hardy with season 2.
Well, EA, you'll be happy because I watched it. I watched
You did?
The new episode and the April Fool's sock puppet thing. I watched the entire thing.
I didn't know that.
Sent it to me.
Oh, I wish I should have seen it with you. I didn't know you were watching it. That's hilarious. I liked how realistic they had that character. That, all right, I'm gonna say my iconic catchphrase. Ooh, ooh, ooh. All right, I'm gonna do it again. And then he had to sit down. Oh, I think the second one did it.
He fucking vomits at one point. He's like, just don't look at that. Don't look at that.
Don't look at it. Don't look at it. That was the funniest shit. Oh man, I loved it.
I like how you brought up it looked like PS1 graphics, because they got it actually correct. They got the undulating graphics where it's they're not still graphics. They move and shift randomly.
Mm-hmm.
And the character's audio that was PS1 graphics had PS1 audio quality. Which,
these guys just know what they're doing. That's on point.
Yeah. It was, and it even had at some points as well, even the anti-aliasing was all fucked up and the shadows didn't look correct, just like how they did in PS1. So it was awesome. Really loved it.
Yeah. I mean, have you seen all the first season of Smiling Friends? See?
No, I've only seen what they did with the sock puppets and the clip of "Get out of my head, man." That's my favorite one.
I mean, at this point, you should just, one of these days, when you say, "Hey, everybody, let's all hang out," watch all of season 1. I mean, each episode's 11 minutes, so literally it would be really quick.
That's what Burb told me. He was like, "You got to watch it." I'm like, "Okay."
Totally,
So,
just one of these days, and when you do, let me know so I could watch it with you too.
Yeah, I might as well do it on a server. My server. It'd be fun. Light Roller says, hoping my aunt gets an anime. Huh?
I don't know who his aunt is.
My aunt is some incest webtoon. Some smut.
Oh, I thought he was
my aunt. I've read that.
I thought he was talking about his own aunt.
No. Yeah, me too. Which I thought that was weird. I was like, what? But no. Everyone, if you're okay with reading smut, you have to read My Aunt, because it's horrible. It is atrocious, but atrocious in like the good kind of atrocious, because this is how I'm gonna spoil it for everyone, but I don't give a shit. It's literally like clickbait fucking webtoons. But basically this dude gets like a new mom or something like that, or I may be thinking about another one. This may not be my aunt because it's his
You're
mom.
outing yourself, man.
Listen, no, it's fucking hilarious, dude. New mom, right? And the new mom starts hitting on him, right? And they start having sex.
It sounds hilarious. I'm slapping my knee.
No, the twist is by the end, turns out that she was like one of his father's employees, or well, hold on. That sounds really bad. Let me reword that. It turns out that she was an employee of the son's father. And what she did, she was like ugly before. And she's like 70, by the way. She's like legit in her 70s or something like that. And she gets plastic surgery to look totally different. And what's funny is you see a picture of what she looked like before. And she looked like this like short 2'3" goblin looking old lady. But she got plastic surgery and suddenly she's like this voluptuous, like 5'7", like goddess. It's wild.
And she's 70.
Wild. She's like old.
Huh.
It's so bad. Why are you looking at me
well,
like that,
then.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about.
It's hilarious. You gotta give these if you see any of those webtoons that are like, the pop-up ads that are like my roommate and my aunt, you gotta read those. Those are just so bad.
Huh.
Anyways,
I think I'll have to pass, and not in a good KOA way either.
I'm missing out. They're fucking hilarious, but moving on to the last news topic, MAPPA announces new management structure as of April 2024. Hiroya Hasegawa becomes vice president. Shuhei Yabuda is a part of the board of directors, and Keisuke Seshimo is the executive officer. Now, the CEO is still in charge, but this is progress of some kind of change. We'll see if they get their act together. Apparently, another thing that's coming out of this is that they want to get MAPPA out of the spotlight. So they don't want to have the focus be on MAPPA, the studio, but the anime they produce instead. So if this is true, and if this is a good change, that means going forward that we should start hearing less about MAPPA in general, and things should start to become better. If not, well, I don't know. But let's hope this actually works. What did you guys think about this?
I honestly didn't know anything about it until you just mentioned it. But, I mean, if it's new management, hopefully it's for the better, and not kind of like how it has been, like, especially the last Jujutsu Kaisen season 2 that they animated and everything, where it did just seem like they worked under extreme conditions. Maybe this is what's it called? Where they come to equal footing. God, or come to Jesus, sure. I was thinking more of like where, they common ground. Yeah, basically they just come to common ground. They're just like, let's make this right.
I just consume anime, and then once I'm done consuming anime, I consume another one. I don't know what this means.
All right. Awesome.
Fair enough.
There's our expert opinions and takes. Let's go ahead though and get into our final 2 episodes of this season's Nakama Club, Shinsekai Yori.
Dude. Well, I mean, I guess we could talk about we have to talk about episode 24 first before we get to the grand finale. But I don't really remember much from episode 24 other than Mr. Man, yeah, Kiromaru gets covered in shit. Bat guano, so to speak.
Goes full Arnold.
Yeah, well, his was mud. He was dipped in actual bat shit, which is disgusting. But yeah, it looks like the Messiah was trying to come get some. But
do you think the Messiah was a furry? Is that what you're saying?
Those words did not at all leave my mouth, sir. But when it comes to the Messiah, they showed her what she looked like, which I thought was an interesting little trick too, because they all right, I guess let me just start from the get-go. Psycho Buster. They went through all that to get the damn thing, and then they broke it.
Satoru was very sus this entire episode, and I knew he was going to fuck it up some way.
How was he sus?
No, Saki burned it.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I wasn't paying
attention.
Yeah,
that's what I saw. No, I saw that. But what I mean is, like, all right, let me rephrase that. It's not that they messed it up. It's just that Saki was like, I can't let you die. I can't let another person die. And then that was it. And I was like, well, way to go, idiot. How are you going to kill the Messiah now? Like, that was the first thing that came to my head. So, but Satoru was very understanding. He was like holding her, going, it's okay. I understand. I forgive you. And even then she's like, it's all my fault. Everything's my fault. It's because of you. I can't let you burn.
Saki is one big failure.
That is, yeah.
Poor Saki.
I know. Poor thing.
As Ellie called her, she is indeed plain Jane.
That's why we like her, though.
True.
So
she did come up with a genius plan, though. At the very end.
Yeah, she really did.
Because that was the whole thing going on, and this was set up because they were wondering, or at least she was wondering, is Messiah really a fiend? And nobody would really take the time to answer that question because they just were trying to survive, and to them it didn't really matter, because whether or not she was a fiend or not, she has the ability to kill Cantus users without impunity. So yeah, it didn't really matter where you classified her until it actually mattered, because her not being a fiend meant that she had the death feedback and they could exploit it in some way, which obviously is what happened.
So genius. I never would have thought of that. But yeah, they put two and two together. And Kiromaru, rest in peace, man. He freaking just straight up was like, I will sacrifice myself to protect you guys. And that's what he did. He came out looking like a human and was like, surprise! I'm a queer rat. And then just clutching the chest.
Well, you just said something interesting.
Whoa.
You said he did that to protect them. But in episode 24, what we get is, because they think they're about to die, and Saki asked Kiromaru what was the real reason he went to Tokyo in the first place. Because he went to Tokyo with his group, not on the orders of anybody else. And he finally reveals why he did that, which was to get or find weapons of mass destruction for the intent of replacing humanity, kind of what Sweeler is doing right now. So, as loyal as Kiromaru has been, they all feel uniformly oppressed by humankind, and given an opportunity, they would absolutely kill humans if they had the means to do it.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
So the whole thing of him, like, quote unquote, sacrificing himself, I think is less of him sacrificing himself, even though it is a sacrifice, but it's the motivation behind it. For one, was to get back at Sweeler, because he doesn't like Sweeler at all. So taking down one of his weapons at the expense of his life is worth it for him because Sweeler, of course, got a lot of his people killed, the giant hornets. So, and of course, they have. It's weird because they overall they believe in the same thing. They want the prosperity of the queer rats, but Hiromaru can't really see them, or he doesn't like the methods in which Sweeler went about things because, of course, he lobotomized his queen, overthrew her, and decided to make the decisions himself, where Kiromaru is a lot more traditional. So because of that, they're on opposing sides, but they both want the same thing. They just don't go about it in the same way.
True. I just thought of something literally just now. The Messiah went and killed everyone in his village. Kiromaru's village, right?
No.
She didn't. The rats did.
What she did was she took their weapons.
Okay. Because I was about to say if she killed them, wouldn't she have died then and there? But that's the loophole right there. Okay. Because I was thinking for a second maybe that was a plot hole, but no, that still adds up. Okay.
Yeah. Because if you remember that when they were talking about the whole war, the thing they found strange was that the queer rats were disarmed and they got slaughtered.
Right. So she probably took all the weapons and then just everybody else came in with weapons and killed them. Got it. Okay. Yeah, that is Kiromaru's kind of, loyal, but at the same time, like you said, it was just couldn't kill all humans, so might as well just die. It's been real, everybody.
It's more so he's thinking about what he can do for his own colony, and this is because he sees them as too powerful and he can't really side with Sweeler. He took this course of action.
Yeah, very true.
But had it been different circumstances, he probably would have been right alongside Sweeler.
Yeah. And then we all would have been fucked. Or they all would have been fucked.
Yeah. I guess you could say that's one of the flaws of why the plan didn't go through, is because the queer rats weren't totally unified. Because if they were in total unison, there would have been no way to stop Messiah.
Which is true. Unless for some reason you just took a queer rat, chucked it at her, and then just had her try to kill it, and she's like, "Oh shit! I just killed one on my own."
They would have never even thought of that.
No, but that was what I really liked, was that twist. I thought that was genius, because if she sees herself, looks at herself as a human, but doesn't recognize what a human is because she was brought up to be a queer rat, then what happens if she kills one of her own? Death feedback. I was just like, that is genuinely a really clever twist. Because you know how there's some twists where it's just like, oh, that's lame. What kind of twist is that? Oh, come on, really? Oh, it was he was dead the whole time in Sixth Sense? Yeah, okay. Which back then was really, everybody couldn't help but fucking spoil that movie. I swear to God.
Yeah, that was a shit back then until a whole bunch of other people copied it.
Yeah, seriously. But no, it was nice. It was genuinely like one of those moments when I watched it, I was like, that's really clever. I gotta give props.
And Saki was trying her best not to kill Messiah because, of course, of that being a kid of her lover / childhood friend. So she tried her best to make her realize she was human. They put the Cantus mirror to her face to make her realize, hey, you're just like us. And then she just looks in the mirror and is like, this bitch is ugly.
This bitch is ugly as hell. That's too funny.
But yeah, brilliant strategy. Even how they did it, because Kiromaru runs out in front with I think it was Saki's clothes. Actually, no, he had his own clothes or whatever. But he wears the bandages or whatever to disguise his face to make her think he's a human. And Saki runs behind him intentionally so that when Messiah sees that she killed Kiromaru, she can't mistake it as anything else than I killed a queer rat.
Mm-hmm.
Because, once she sees Saki behind him in the hole that she just put in Kiromaru, she goes, oh shit, that's not the right person. And of course, she starts experiencing death feedback. And I found another thing that was interesting about it is that Saki was experiencing death feedback too, until she had to basically assure herself that it wasn't her fault that Messiah was dying.
Right. So basically, you can kind of trick yourself into not dying.
I mean, yeah. And when you think about fiends in general, because they have it as this supernatural thing or whatever, but you can just think of fiends as somebody like in a real world sense. You could think of fiends as someone without a conscience, like total sociopaths or psychopaths, however you want to phrase it. And it's not a lot of those because that's just not how humans are wired for the most part. But there are some people like that. And when you don't have a conscience in the world of Shinsekai Yori, you can kill without impunity and you won't experience death feedback. But obviously, that wasn't what was going on with Saki. It was just a matter of she didn't see everybody or humans as her kind, and thus she was able to destroy society. But the minute she killed Kiromaru, it was over.
Yep. That was the end of that. And even Squealer came out and was like, "Well, shit."
I love that scene. It's so brief, but I just love the scene of him just looking at Messiah like, "Damn, man, it's over."
Yep, that's it. That's it for him.
Because I'm trying to think. I said it before last podcast, but you barely see Squealer since that whole war started. And I think episode 25 is the first time you see him.
Yeah, since I feel like since they had that that meeting or whatever where he was talking to everybody about the war and everything. Yeah, I think that was the last time you saw him. Then no point in hiding now. He just came out, was just like, well, there goes my ace in the fucking hole. Beaten all because of a fucking trick.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. Someone I know who doesn't have a conscience, that's our good old boy, Sea Tactics.
What is a consciousness? Is it just a side effect of entropy, or are we
see what I mean?
Pixels in a void?
He doesn't know. He doesn't know. See, C is actually a fiend. He's Fiend Tactics.
I may want to murder a lot of people right now. I don't know.
Well, you can do it and not die yourself. So
yeah, well,
bombs away.
It's just not feeling it.
You don't feel like it.
Not feeling it. Just I'm a little down lately. I
hope you get better. Hope you get better.
Yeah, same here.
Hopefully I get back to my killing ways.
Yeah.
Well, if you see a cat or a dog that looks like they're about to explode coming your way, just know probably coming for you.
Just want to catch up with the chat. A lot of it is apparently shaming me. Which, actually, side note, we should bring back shame. So I support this, unironically. Not exactly shaming me, but the idea of shaming. So, yeah. Light Roller says, I'm sorry, Satsuki. Okay. Ellie also says, Gilf Hunter Sea Tactics. Selectively. Decrepit Storm says, that just sounds like a series of sentences joined together and not an actual series. Oh, I guess this was earlier. Angelica Louise says, "What do you think about Solo Leveling first season? It just confirmed that season 2 will be coming soon." We talked about that earlier in the show.
We're
basically, I thought it
all
was
super
cool.
excited.
We got our wits about us, but yeah, just skim back to the beginning, and you'll see our thoughts about it, Angelica.
All smiles.
Yep. No frowns.
Smiling friends.
Episode 25 was the episode, and I just want to say I want to hear you guys talk about it more than me, but I just want to say, man, this show is a lot better than what I remembered it to be. I think I was so removed from it that I actually started thinking back, like, was this show really good? And I kind of started downplaying it in my head as the years went by. And now I'm watching it with a more, with just a lot more under my belt in terms of different anime and media and everything else.
Right.
I have a better understanding of my feelings, what I like, why I like it. And honestly, this show is a masterpiece to me. And episode 25 was just a beautiful cherry on top.
Yeah, I actually agree with you, Satsuki. I think this is in my top 10 list of all time for me. I haven't really sussed it out where it would go. I have to really redo that list in general with all the recent great anime coming out, but it just these final 4 or 5 episodes really, to me, helped me sort of realize that I was maybe too young when I first watched this series, because I remember only remembering all the action bits of these final episodes and not this final episode, which I thought was really well done. And it's really, really great writing too, because I'll talk about the aspect that stuck with me the most, which was what happened to Squealer. I really liked this idea that these queer rats are actually humans that were genetically altered with like mole rat DNA or whatever. And he, like, Squealer knows, and he's basically was... Now, Satsu, you'll probably know more of this about me and maybe you too, EA, but did Squealer, did he simply deduce all of this?
I don't think Squealer knew.
No.
I think this is my opinion on it, because we don't know this for sure. I feel that Squealer, when he's talking about we are humans, he means it in the sense of
Equals.
the essence of humanity, like what it takes to be a human. Because they are actually humans. They are Kantai users, or they were humans without Kantai. They're descendants from humans without Kantai, and then, like you said, genetically modified with naked mole rat DNA for the sole intent of them being able to create a workforce and a species of people that they can kill without impunity. But I don't think he knew that, because all of these records were burnt by Saki's parents. So when he's talking about being a human, he means it in the sense of we can feel empathy, sympathy. We're emotionally intelligent. We're just intelligent in general. That's what I think he means by being a human. He's on par. He means like that, like EA said, they're on par with the humans as the world sees them. So he's saying we're human.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it really stuck with me at the trial when he was saying all that, and everyone laughed at him. When the truth really is, even though they're not at this point technically humans, there's something more different and just, something else altogether. But I felt there was something in that the humans not knowing that he's telling the truth, and they're just laughing at him, and also sending him to basically to be tortured for the rest of I don't even know you can say it life, but basically his brain is being destroyed over and over again, and also simultaneously being healed and put back together. So it's just, by the end of the series, he's literally just this like chunk of like basically brain that's just being healed and destroyed. And it continues to happen until Saki goes to meet him and kills him to end his suffering. And it's such when Saki did that, it felt like she was trying to end the cycle. However, I don't think it will break the cycle at all for anyone else but Saki and Squealer. I think that's the cruel thing about it, is that Saki did the right thing, but humanity, it really felt like, will continue to go on and do the same things it has always done before. And sure, Saki and Satoru were able to make changes in society, but largely, the fact that they still imprisoned this guy, which is fair, but there is something to that just is sort of tragic to me. And I don't know. It just, I'm still kind of thinking about it, honestly, trying to figure out all of its different meanings and connotations and in its different contexts. Because there's what it means for Saki, there's what it means for Satoru, what it means for the general human populace that went through all of this and the way that they feel, which is probably, they think, Squealer is getting his just desserts, right? There is the people at the trial, there's, the people that died by his hands, there's, Saki's family, and it's really interesting to me, all of the different ways that this affects other people and maybe their different viewpoints. And I felt that part really, anything with Squealer in this final episode really just stuck with me. And it's sort of kind of haunting too, just because the origins of them now, and his reasons for doing it, which was, like, if we were going to be enslaved forever, why not? This is our one shot. And it's just, I don't know, there's something about the way Squealer went about it that is so, like, I have this feeling where I catch myself, if I were there with him and he was telling me all this, I'd be like, on one part, I'd be like, fair. Like, just, okay, that makes sense. Like, cool. And that part is his, the fact that they're enslaved and stuff and they're persecuted, and and also knowing they've been experimented upon and mutated just for social class reasons. It's like, yeah, totally fair to want to do something like this and be driven to that point and radicalized to that point. Doesn't make it right, but it makes it understandable, I think. Sort of like how an AOT Flock Forrester. It's the same kind of way I feel about him that I feel about Squealer, where it's like, yeah, you did a lot of really bad things, but fair. Like, fair. And given, both their situations and stuff like that. But yeah, that's me. What did you guys think? What did you think, EA, rather?
It gave me the ending that I wanted, because I said there's going to be a bunch of kumbaya and people holding hands singing. There wasn't that. And I was looking for a more realistic ending, because realistically, that's what would happen. It's one of those things, and it reminds me of society now, where it's like you only have one perspective of things, but you don't have all sides. So in the Kansas user's mind, they see the queerettes and they're like monsters, these heathens, these barbarians, things. But the same could be said the other way with the queer rats, where they look at the Cantuses as the humans and are just like, "Ooh, these people, they're tyrants. They crushing us, always implementing their powers over us. How dare they?" It's crazy because it's like there's always two sides to history, and we're always remembered one side versus the other. I feel this show, what it kind of like touches most on is that there are a good majority of people in this world that love to be blissfully ignorant. And I think what that means overall is, well, this whole show, we saw Saki and the friends just basically find out the history of their world. They were in this bubble and they went outside it and they discovered this is not the real world. This is not how things are. And they discovered more and more and more as things went on. And at the very end, they found out the biggest secret, which was, oh my God, they are humans. And not only are they humans, they were the stronger ones a long time ago. But now it's flipped, and because we used to be inferior, and then we were scared and flipped it on them, and then they got to be the inferior one. And in my opinion, it's just going to continue the way that things always continue. It may not happen right away, but it'll eventually flip the other way again. Just like everything in all wars and all struggles and all fights. So I definitely feel like the show was one of those where it's kind of like it's basically kind of, I guess the way I could describe it is, being in the Matrix, from the movie The Matrix. You stay in your tube, you stay incubated, you enjoy your so-called happy life. But when you find out what the real world is really like, all of a sudden it's not so pretty. You have a bunch of robots controlling the world, and you're just a cog in the machine and whatever. It's really crazy, but I feel like, you can interpret it any way you want, but the way I interpret it is, when it comes to the show, is that it's very much just this crazy show of just people being ignorant and people being blissfully just like unaware of things. But for the chosen few that do know these things, they have to bear that burden. And they can choose to do with it what they want. They could choose to educate people and let them know, hey, we need to stop this whole prejudice thing against the mole rats or queer rats, because they're not so different from us. In fact, they are us. Or they can just bury it and let people live their lives, and they can just continue doing the same thing and be happy because that's all they know. But yeah, overall, just very, very good show. I enjoyed the ending very much, and I thought it ended perfectly.
Yeah, we were talking about the different scenarios that you would want to see, and I proposed, who do you think is going to win in the end, the queer rats or the humans? And because you said like if the humans win, and you don't want this like this kumbaya type of ending, and I think this show ended in probably the most depressing way, because as C said, the status quo is kept because of them winning, and because they just see themselves as right. So in the end, with you get the action of Saki killing Sweeler in the act of mercy. And I find that whole thing as this like really ironic, this beautiful irony, because Sweeler ends up getting sentenced to being tortured for eternity, and the result is super inhumane and just disgusting, but it comes from a sense of justice, because this guy killed so many humans, innocent, kidnapped babies, and did all this crazy crap to them. So it's born out of justice, but the result is what we got, which and I've said this before. People may disagree with this. This is just like, this is a real personal take. I've always felt that torture in any instance, no matter what the crime is never the right thing, because there comes a point where it stops being about enacting punishment and it comes about being stating your own bloodlust almost. And I think that's what you got, because everybody was so angry and whatnot. They're letting their rage control them. And that's the beautiful irony about it. They stopped being human in their pursuit of the human concept of justice. And Saki ends up doing something inhumane, killing Sweeler in the pursuit of, or in the result of mercy, which of course is a human attribute. So that whole irony was just great. How they contrasted that with Sweeler's fate and his sentencing. And in general, Sweeler's he's probably my favorite character. I don't think Shinsekai Yori has great characters individually. I don't think they're in it like you just look at them and you think they're all great. But how they function in the story, their roles and everything, pretty efficient. Pretty efficient. Because we talked about Saki, how she kind of just fails upwards. She's not a character to really write home about, but the way she's kind of implemented, being the rock throughout the story that is unflappable, but you start to see throughout the story, it's almost like this coming of age thing where she starts to figure out her own morals. And I think that's another big theme with the show, ethics versus morals, because ethics are a social construct of what is right or wrong, while your morals are your very own belief of what is right or wrong. So ethics are laws. Morals are what you believe. You know what I mean? Like I may run I may run a red light because I see somebody getting mugged. Ethically, that's not right. Morally, it is. But yeah, it's just like a constant battle between those things, morals and ethics. And I think that's what Saki was going for, where she's talking about wanting to be better. Maybe she wants a society where morals dictate everything rather than ethics, because ethics is what gets you Sweeler being oppressed and the queer rats where they were, because ethically they were in the right because they deemed them as not human, so they weren't doing anything wrong in terms of the law, but morally we know that wasn't the case.
Right.
But this series is a super interesting think piece overall. Yeah,
I can definitely see why when the show first came out, a lot of people recommended it and said that it was really good and you should watch this. Is really good. It's just always been on my back burner.
Well, except for that one guy who said SAO was better than this show.
What guy said that?
So before, I think this is the video that kind of like, I want to say ruined his reputation. I think this is the video where he kind of gave up. But there is this YouTuber. He was like as big as like back then, as big as like Giguk and Anime Man and all that. He was like one of the Digibro, yeah, that's his name. Oh my god. Forever I've been trying to remember this guy's name. I don't even think his channel's name is Digibro anymore either.
It's not.
But he released
Is he still around?
Yeah, he does like streams or whatever,
think so.
I think. But like he's not in the community at all. But one of his last big videos, and it was like right before the pandemic, I think, was why SAO is better than Shinsekai Yori. It's just a total like it doesn't even make sense. And the video was just obvious. He was trolling, obviously.
Well,
I think
I mean,
he
I was about to
done
say
by that point.
Did he actually feel that? Because I will give people credit if they try to break things down in a logical sense, but if they make an argument where it's just like SEO top Sakai shit, it's just it just.
I think it was.
I don't listen to that.
I think it was a little bit of both, but it was mostly the latter. It was a really long video. The script leaked too, air quotes leaked. He shared it around.
Leaked
because he wanted people to watch the video, basically.
Oops, it got leaked.
Yeah, and I just remember it going around a lot back then, and yeah, I kind of like. I don't know if he's like problematic or anything, but I wish he would kind of come back because he was. I don't know. I think he'd still fit in a little bit. He wouldn't be, obviously he wouldn't be up there with like Gigic or Anime Man, but he'd be he'd be
or us.
Like a Chibi Reviews. Oh yeah, the pinnacle of content on YouTube. KOA.
Gigic wishes they could be us. What is that their podcast is called? The Trash Take or whatever?
Trash
Taste.
Taste.
Oh.
Yeah.
They wish they had taste.
As we're sitting here with 7 viewers?
Hey.
Which, by the way, thank you for
seven more than
viewers.
them. I was about to say 7 more than what they got right now.
Oh my god. But no. That's whenever somebody mentions this anime, this is my first thought was this guy's video. And I don't speak any ill will on Digibro, but I just thought, when you bring up this anime and I'm an Anituber, I think it's one of those things you have to bring up, an interesting lore about YouTube, and yeah. I don't know what happened to him. I kind of wish he would come back, honestly. He wore like the John Lennon glasses in all of his videos. And he just, I don't know. He probably would get canceled like every other week. Because he was the kind of guy that, he was the kind of guy that just kind of said whatever he wanted. Which, sometimes it was bad, but a lot of times it was interesting, I think. Yeah, he had more hits than he had misses. I don't know why we're talking about Digibro, but it seems that people in the chat remember Digibro too. Adorburb says, Digibro is a name I've not heard for a very long time. He was in the My Little Pony fandom. Back then he was known as Digibrony. Then he moved on to anime, and then I guess he got burnt out. QRW6 says, it's not that Digi failed, it's that he forfeit, in my opinion. Yeah, that's kind of the thing that I get from him. I think if he still did it, he'd be really big. I even think if he came back today, he would be really big. Like at least the size of like he would get the same kind of viewership that I get like on like AOT easily. So who knows? Decrepit Storm says Trash Taste actually has an always on stream right now. With 88 viewers. We should do that. We should have an always online stream. We just have to pay the server cost.
Child's play.
I mean, how many episodes do we have? 1 billion? We could do it.
Of KOA?
Yeah, we could throw in some of our videos too to break up.
Dude, all you have to do is just have it on the playlist thing and then just have it play.
Oh, they can do that now?
I don't know. I'm just talking out my ass.
I'd be like, I know Mega 64 does it. Which, and I think Teams 4-Star does it too, but Dorba says pour one out to the legend himself. Anyways, that was a tangent. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Yeah, I love how we were talking about this show, and then we talked about a person who I don't even know, but you guys do. So
Satsuki and EA say like the most thoughtful and deep shit, and I'm over here talking about Digibro.
How we miss him.
Even though I've only ever watched like 3 of his videos.
I want to know, since you watched the dub for this, C-Tactics, how did it play out of the dub? Because we're using terms like queer rat, tainted cat, or whatever. And I know they use monster rat and something else for the cats that I don't know.
Oh, I forget what they called the cats.
The Misto Kitty.
Misto Kitty. Yeah, in terms of the dub, they basically kind of use all the verbiage that you have in here, but swapped around with the stuff we already know and love. But in terms of do you mean as well like the performances of the VAs?
No. The reason I'm asking this question is because specifically with the queer rat thing, because we come to find out when we're figuring out when we get the revelation that queer rats were once humans without Kantai, we get the name. They use a different name, but I'm gonna just say Homo sapien because
Homocephalus glaber.
Yeah, because that's where the basis really comes from. It's really supposed to be from Homo sapien, but they got their own version.
Yeah, all that is the same. Like they talked about.
So yeah, that's because queer rat, because I mean, me and EA made the joke. We were like, queer rats, gay.
They love each other.
Yeah, so like, obviously what queer means, and then the homo part of the name. How did they tie that together with monster rats? How did they bridge that? Or was it the same?
It's basically the same as it was in the sub, I would imagine, because all your notes here line up with my notes. So they basically said the same thing, which is I thought they did mention. I don't know if they mentioned this either. Did they mention that they don't know why they were considered at one point to be homo instead of hetero?
They mentioned something like that. They said, well, the whole thing about that is because they is heavily implied that it was just changed in history books. Because they have all this history, but as years are removed, they're changing history, and because like their official name is supposed to be like hetero, whatever. But their actual name was homo, whatever. And the reason why they changed that is so people didn't draw the connection that they were once humans. So that's what that whole thing was.
And that's why they were called that. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought that part was really cool, where they really went into the science of the names and used those terms. I think it gave it a little bit more something to it. Like, what is the word?
Meaning?
Not like grounded.
World building.
Yeah, a little bit of
world building.
A little bit of world building. Well, a lot of
lore,
world building, actually. Lore. It just made it made it feel more in line, made it more realistic a little bit, I think. Because I think it is interesting that they use these scientific names for them, and they were thinking about changing it at one point, and they didn't. And I think there's there's kind of like a darkness to that scene, because I think, and I don't know, this is kind of sort of like a theory, but I think this is how they got around all of this. I think this is what they did. I think they intentionally didn't change the names. I think they intentionally didn't recognize them as what they are because they didn't want to, and we already know that. But I think this was the origin point for that. So I don't know if you guys agree with me on that, but it's just really, I thought it was really cool to do it like that, and not even really point to it as like it being like the Chekhov's gun or whatever the fuck you want to call it. I don't know. It's not Chekhov's gun, but
the smoking gun.
Yes.
Yeah. I think it's left up to interpretation if the other people knew about it or not. Because this way, Saki and Satoru can now start a new life in a new world. Well, same world, but maybe look at things through a different lens and whatnot. Saki's pregnant.
She's preggers, yeah.
Oh, she's gonna have a baby.
That means I like her now.
Was once uninteresting and now is interesting again.
I gotta say, I'm happy for them though. Like, I was thinking about this while watching. I was trying to put myself in their shoes. Like, if I was raised up with all of this class of people, right? And we're very close to one another. We're all friends and we're all special. And over the years, we all get killed off until there's only 2 of us left. And I thought about that in just terms of like, what would happen if that happened to me? And I think, how to put this? I think that when you're the only 2 people left in a group like that, as special as that and as meaningful as that is, I think it makes total sense that these 2 would be together, because they're the only 2 that have experienced what they've experienced, and they're almost kind of like a part of a lost generation in many ways, because like they're all dead except for them. So it really feels like they're survivors of this entire thing, and their relationship together feels so. I don't know. It just feels so bittersweet. It's like, it's just interesting. It just makes me think about a lot of like what I would just do in that situation.
I heard
like,
that pop.
Like what I get with Saki or Satoru or whatever, if you know, if I was one of them and vice versa. I don't know. What did you guys think? By the way, I am scatterbrained tonight. I don't know what happened.
What did you drink?
Nothing. Well, lots of water.
Okay. Well,
I drink the blood of the infidels. That's not even, you know.
Oh no, I think that did it. But I could definitely see that. I love how it harkens back to the memories at the very, very, very end. Almost kind of like, you know, innocence lost in a way. You know, coming of age. It all happens to us eventually when we get older. We're all just kids with dreams of just playing outside and going on adventures. Then all of a sudden, we get smacked into the real world and we're like, bills? This is not fun anymore. But yeah, it kind of reminded me of that, of just like innocence lost, and just essentially, you know, they'll always have those memories. They'll always have, I guess if you want to call them the good times, the innocent times with their friends. But, you know, after everything that had happened, they're going to need a lot of therapy for sure. A lot of therapy, but
well, it seems they're on the right track if they're having children. So
a
little bit of a happy ending for them in some ways.
It'll probably be a happy ending for them. We don't know what's gonna happen from here on out. They never made any other seasons, and they probably never will. But
let's hope not.
I mean, Shinsekai Yori 2.
Squealer's Revenge.
Oh man,
he was like, I was just a cell, and I regenerated.
The squeakle,
just like Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Saki's like a punished venom snake, so it's just punished venom Saki. She's got like an eye patch on and a piece of metal lodged in her head.
And I gotta get revenge. Saki. It didn't see a rat.
And then we just see all of Squealer's children. That it's like, we are going to finish what you started, father.
Saki, you may have killed our father, but we are going to create our new creation, known only as Mole Mech.
It's a impression.
Molar. We shall call it Molar Gear Solid.
Oh shit.
The running name was Metal Gear Flaccid, but Squealer number 4 didn't like that.
Yeah, that's my bad, guys.
I was going to say, I guess this is the last thing I want to say. The last part I want to say about like just the ending in general. It feels like almost this consolation prize that you get at the end with them having kids in this seemingly happy life, because that's just, I guess, what's on the surface. Because when you think about everything that transpired, nobody from that group one is alive anymore. The person they both loved, Shun, died, and only one of them truly remembers him. They've experienced all of this. They have all this knowledge, which on some level has to mess with them. Because, especially with Saki, because she knows the truth and she has a lot of empathy. That's why she decided to have mercy on Squealer and whatnot. So it's just a lot of baggage that came with everything they experienced as children and adulthood, and yeah, and just thinking about how do they even function in society, really? Because at the end of the day, they kind of got to go with what everybody else says. That's why Squealer got tortured in the first place. I mean, if it was up to Saki, even though she's the head of the ethics committee, she even says she had to lie about how that even happened with her killing him. So that just goes to show you things are just ran by society, and groupthink is one of the most dangerous things ever in the world, especially when all these people have God complexes, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you can look at things in a good light, but you can also look at things in a terrifying light as well. Bittersweet is the way to put it. That's all I can say.
I think they need to get out of Japan.
Well, it's probably not different anywhere else.
Probably worse. We saw what Tokyo. Think about that. Just Tokyo was fucking kaiji land.
Mm-hmm.
They had all these monsters and shit.
Fucking America would be The Walking Dead, like literally, like the whole setting.
I think they're just going to be actual Titans. So see Aaron there. Aaron's like,
it's gonna be giant Titans walking around. Sup, guys?
So, no, I'm not supposed to do this right now, but can I eat your head?
Whoa.
Can I just?
Oh yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Right away, right now.
I mean, I know we're like horrifying, flesh-eating monsters.
Dude. Just do it before I change my mind.
Well,
eat my head.
I want to make I'm very.
Damn it! Eat my head now.
Okay, I'll eat it. Jesus. Nom 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 nom.
And that is the Vor podcast, y'all. Hope you enjoy it.
What the fuck? Well, I guess anything else on Shinsekai Yori from the New World, or is that it? Like I said, in my opinion, it's in my top 10. I just have to figure out where it sits exactly.
Satsuki, thank you for suggesting this show. Like I said, it's been on the back burner for me for a long time, but now I can finally say I watched it, and I was not disappointed. In fact, I loved it. It was really good.
I'm glad. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I love the storytelling. Characters, as you say, the characters aren't like to me the characters aren't the most important part of the show. It's the storytelling itself and the world building and the lore and everything else, and it's more of like the meaning and the message behind everything, and I think that's really good. I think that's what makes this show stand out over everything else. So applause
Yes. Yes.
I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. It was definitely a show I was kind of wary about suggesting, but I'm glad I did it. Also, just for me, because I needed that rewatch because it was a long time, and I kind of felt like I thought this show probably wasn't as good as I thought it was, and it ended up being even better than I thought it was originally. So have fun. I'm gonna definitely take more chances when it comes to these Nakama clubs. So be prepared.
Can't wait.
All right. Can't wait for prison school.
That is not happening. Oh, speaking of prison school, I completed my volume set finally. So see,
The legacy is now complete.
trash ass. The worst piece of fiction right here. Great art though. Great art. Great art.
Beautiful.
Well,
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Dreams do come true.
that's right. The boyhood dream has come true. So let's go ahead and let's get into our awards show. I haven't been a part of one of these in forever. Have I missed the last two?
You have been MIA for at least the past couple of years, but it's okay. We're going to get this all caught up.
I mean,
Who are you again?
I'm your father. I'm the sea
No,
tactics. I just went to go get some milk and cigarettes, and
You ain't my daddy.
Yeah, I don't remember you.
yeah, no. Remember, I'm the guy.
I remember Rem, but I don't remember Sea Tactics.
Oh, damn it! I'm whatever happened in that whatever happened to Rim is what happened to me instead. Whatever that
You got ate by the fat whale or whatever it was called.
I got
Fat whale.
eaten by a fat whale.
The white whale.
Mastodon.
the white whale. It's Moby Dick.
Didn't Mastodon have a song about like the white whale or something like that? Was that Blood and Thunder?
I don't remember.
I
do remember that they had the best. Yeah, they had the best twerk music video I've ever seen with a rock video. I'll have to show you that after the
I
show.
have no idea what even you're saying, so it is required at this point.
I'm just a lot of ass shaking. This is what I see.
What is
I enjoyed
ass?
it.
And what is shaking? What does that mean?
I'm gonna have to find that video now.
Well, this is the awards segment of our podcast where we are very not arbitrary. We're actually very objective, non-subjective. These are the most important awards you have ever seen on the internet or outside of it. Our awards are celebrated by anime veterans like Martin Scorsese. We've gotten a personalized gift from him. He gave us the power that be. And we also were recognized by the legendary and great O.J. Simpson and just amazing actor.
Wait, what?
We were
Ixnay
also
on the OJ.
April Fools. No, this is the you get it. You get the point. We're very serious now. We have a list of these things. We're gonna go through them all. And we're gonna take turns. So, yeah. I haven't been a part of one of these in a while, so I don't remember what I did for any of them. So I'm a little lost. But this first award goes to our waifu, aka the best written female character, which is the most important aspect of this award, but also world too.
This aspect of this world.
I don't know what I'm saying, dude. I'm losing it tonight. I'm like having an aneurysm. My words don't exist. They're not in me anymore. I don't know what to say. Like, I think I may have drank some like mercury.
May
by
I
accident. May you what?
I can announce it. This award for everybody listening right now is for the best female character, best written, also known as Best Waifu Award. we all decide who was the best female this season, and we let you know what it is. Satsuki. No, actually, I'm going to save you for last. Me. I picked Fryren because Fryren is great, and she is great. C.
Sound like the most most nervous pick ever.
She's great, and she's
You're gonna turn the camera. We're gonna see a pistol.
also
she
great.
is great. Going to see a teleprompter if we go.
And
Freeren's behind him,
Freeren's
holding the gun.
It's just a red dot on my forehead. Gotta go.
I pick Freeren as well. I just thought that Freeren's character, I mean, well, she's the main character of her own show, so of course she would be, the best, if not one of the best, or tied for the best. She just had such a great progression. I loved experiencing her past and present with Fern and Stark and Sun and everyone else. And I also liked kind of the background of her story that really just kind of makes her be and makes her a compelling character, which is her relationship with Himmel and the Hero Party. Such a strong thing for her character that affects her. And because we know about her past and we learn about it throughout the show, we're able to, by the end of it, really understand where Freeren is coming from a lot. Like, for example, we know that she takes her time with things, like she goes on an adventure, a short adventure, and it's like 50 years. And because of that, she's very distant with a lot of people, and she focuses a lot on just being, alone with herself. And there's something about her coming together with another, like this newer, version of this, I don't want to say hero party, but another party like it with people that she, loves and trusts and all of this. And it's so interesting to me how she experiences things and how it takes her so long to experience things. And I loved her dynamic with Fern, especially because she had this mother-daughter relationship with Fern and vice versa. And it just added so much to her character. To me, you don't, like, you have your burger, fries, and your shake. Your burger is your Freeren, your fries is your Fern, and your shake is Stark. Like, that's the trio to me of this show that really stands out. And I love them all. So I pick Freeren for many reasons that I'm not able to say, because apparently I'm dying.
Got lost there. You had me, and then
I may have ADHD.
I fell off I think I fell off the roller coaster midway, like Final Destination 3.
It was probably around the burger fries statement.
I'll keep it short from now on.
So,
is that what she said?
Well,
hopefully not.
Well, I mean, if you're lacking what you're packing, maybe.
If you're lacking what you're packing, then you got to get a cracking that booty.
My character, my waifu of the winter 2024 season, comes from the same show but a different character. So
I wonder who it could be.
I got to give him
drum
a
roll.
Formal introduction. I got to give all the aliases of this character. Miss Low Eyes High Every Day, aka the Green Goblin, aka Imagination Trumps All, aka Heavenly Pits, aka
Heavenly Pits. I'm crucified, but you get to call her Heavenly Pits?
Let the man finish.
I didn't come up with these nicknames. This is what people are calling her. What can I do? And you don't even know who I'm talking about. First and foremost, unless you already have somebody in mind.
Yubel.
Oh, that's who you're thinking of?
Yeah.
Oh, well, let's go with that then. There you go. I'll go with her.
Well,
what other nicknames did she have?
I don't know. What else can I give her? Or what else can
I
what
was gonna
else?
say I thought these were random.
Yeah, what else? Ubel nicknames.
well, her name translates to evil. Can we call her evil?
No. The fuck?
Evil Pits.
Evil Pits. Okay, which pit is better though? Is it the armpits or the knee pits? Which one's superior?
I never knew that was a thing.
Are knee pits a thing?
I've never heard that term until you just said it.
Me neither. I just thought of it as the back of your knee.
Is that like a fetish too?
Yeah, that's a fetish.
Well, because you don't put deodorant in your knee pits.
You could.
I guess you're supposed to put like your dick there or something. The way it's being explained to me right now.
I don't feel like that would be fun. By the way, I don't know why people want to.
Probably not.
Have sex with that region of the body.
Well, let me tell you. I mean, huh?
Yeah, you kind of get bored.
Sometimes you gotta spice things up.
I guess that's the secret to a long, happy marriage: is the pits.
There you go.
It's the pits.
Next up, we got the best written male character, aka husbando. It could be a character I guess we think is attractive and we want to definitely smash or call daddy, or just generally a good written character. Either one.
Usually both though.
Maybe all three. The third one's up to you.
Yeah. So EA went first. I'll go first this time then. I picked Dinkin because that's the best grandpa you could ever ask for. Great character. When the chips were down, what did this man do? He did not falter, although his main combat power is, magic. When the chips went down, the old man went to fisticuffs, fought like a real man, got it out the mud. Respectable. Still has the burning passion he once did as a young man.
Oh shit! Decrepit Storm says we have to decide who is the waifu. It's Freerin.
Well, it's obviously it's Freerin. She went.
Just Freerin.
See, you're slipping.
I will say
man. Losing.
Even though I like Ubel, even though she's my favorite female character, I would definitely say that Freerin's better written. It's just a personal preference with me and Ubel, and that has nothing to do with the Heavenly Pits or anything of the sort.
Wow.
But Dinkin, great guy. Great guy.
Yeah, I'll just piggyback off of that and say I also picked Dinkin. I love his relationship with LaFawn, the donut demon. Yeah, he just seems like a really nice guy. Like he seems like a guy you could get a drink with. You know people say that about George W. Bush. They're like, bad president, seems like a nice guy. I don't know about that, but for Dinkin, I would definitely say that.
Didn't we have another show with donuts?
Well, there was wasn't it Tactopy Destiny? Didn't that have donuts?
Oh, it was Tactopia. I keep thinking about the pancakes, but there was donuts in there too.
Yeah, they had pancakes, and then there's multiple shows that had pancakes.
Yeah.
Freaking Yashahime was another one. Yeah,
the dirty lake water saves lives. Never forget. Yeah, I picked.
Well,
he's a good man.
As for me, I picked Ayane Koji from High School of the Elite. I only picked him because I know no one else would have, and I gotta give the man what he deserves. He's a mastermind. He's a genius. He plays both sides of the field, and
if he's so much of a genius, how come he's still in high school?
He's working on it. I mean, he can't age faster than the regular body there, Satsuki. But in this particular season, it was very different from 1 and 2. 2 is still my favorite. This third season wasn't too bad. But at the last episode, I kind of had a feeling I knew where it was going. And he became an Uber Chad and asked out a girl. Not because he wanted to manipulate her, not because he wanted to use her as a pawn or whatever, but because he actually, and this is gonna sound so dumb.
He wanted that gat.
No, he didn't want. I don't know what the fuck he said, but basically, what he wanted was to experience love because he's never felt any true emotion before. Because this is his emotion when he's happy, when he's sad, when he's frustrated. Just that's him. But he asked this girl out, and she said yes. And I thought, what's he going to try to do? And I guess the only thing he wants to do is hump and dump.
Booted and booted.
And made her look stupid.
Well, damn. That sounds like prime husbando material to some.
Yeah, but we know Dinkin's the real Chad in this.
Yeah, Dinkin, what would you say, Saucy? Have you seen High School of the Elite? Would you know?
Oh no, isn't it Classroom of the Elite?
It's Classroom of the Elite. I may have made a Freudian slip. There's a lot of damn high schools in anime. I'm sorry.
There is.
I'm aware of that show. I know people swear about an MC. I mean, he's practically the only character I hear about, other than I know that show has the waifu thing going on for people too. But
yeah, season 3 they leaned heavily into the waifu thing. Yeah, but he's the only reason I watched the show. If he wasn't in the show, it would be abysmal.
That is a testament to his character then. I guess Dinkin? Daddy Dinkin?
Danny Dinkin and his dick.
Daddy Dinkin dick?
Yeah.
I think
that's what he's saying to his new granddaughter.
Oh no.
At some point this has to stop.
Oh no, that just makes their relationship so weird.
They're not really granddaughter and grandfather.
Think about it. Don't think about it. He has sex with her.
No, I don't want to think about it.
She gets donuts out of it. All she gets is donuts?
What?
She got to eat them holes.
We didn't have to think about this. We could have just went to the next topic.
Let's go to the next topic.
Just disappointed. Next one. MILF certified. Does this need explanation? I don't think this needs explanation. This is someone who is of the maybe older persuasion, and maybe or maybe not, maybe possibly.
Keyword on older.
Yes, keyword.
Maybe they've had a child, maybe not, we don't know. All we know is that they're definitely a MILF. It's unexplainable, but when you see one, you know it. You just know.
This is a C category, by the way.
C-Tactus, you're up. You're up, buddy. Disappoint me. Yep.
To disappoint? Why?
That was slip. Oops.
Sorry,
okay.
we want you to go ahead and expose yourself. I mean, tell us about your your pick.
So when trying to decide what I wanted to pick, I originally picked someone else. Actually, I forget who it is. I think I swapped them out with somebody. Oh, I was originally going to pick Lum's mother because Lum's mom. You'll know soon. But I decided to pick someone who may not be a MILF yet, but in the future absolutely will be one. Of course, I'm talking about Fern.
Boo! You stink!
Because she's a pre-order MILF.
Boo! You stink!
I don't know why we should be booing me. I think I have. Think about it. Think about it. Would Fern not be a great mother? She wanted to clean her laundry.
We don't
So
even
she
know
got
if
a
she
spell.
would be a mother.
Listen, I'm sure her and Stark will work something out. It'll be great. But I'm just saying, she's already got the pout down. Just saying. She kind of, harmlessly beats up on Stark a little bit. They get mad with each other. Just saying. Something to think about for the future. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
Somebody's throwing tomatoes at you.
Wait, who is this? Who is this everything animated guy throwing tomatoes?
I like Decrepit Storm because I didn't see this. He said, "See, don't do what I think you're going to do."
You voted with his dick? No, I would never do that. I'm normal.
Oh God! Oh,
Not the
EA, take it
normal
away.
thing. So I picked somebody who is older, much older than Fern. I picked Methode or Methode, however you say her name, just because she looks like a MILF. She's banging, she's smoking, she even smells good, according to Fryron. So if you look good and you smell good, then you are good. You're a MILF certified.
Respectable.
I think mine's respectable too.
You stink!
I chose a character within the same series, but my character was Flame, who is the master of Byron. I don't think she had any kids, so I think this is the most MILFless MILF award we've had thus far in terms of fitting the literal definition. But in the essence, I think Flame could be considered a MILF, considering that she pretty much took care of Freerin. So surrogate mother. So you have that thing going for her, and she definitely has the look down. So I think she hits on all cylinders. Like if there were certain attributes you need to be a MILF, I think Flame would check mostly all boxes, with the exception of having a biological kid. So Flame is my pick.
So who do we think?
Nice.
Flame, Methode, or Fern?
We know it's not Fern.
It's not Fern.
Well,
Anybody but Fern.
but you guys,
Not Fern. She's not a MILF.
But no, but Fern.
Mm-mm.
It ain't no but Fern. It's not Fern. I'm fine with Flame. She's definitely got that MILF look. But does she smell good?
I mean, she taught Freerin the kiss technique.
Okay.
That's true.
Yeah, she wins.
Yeah,
she
probably
wins.
smells good, yeah.
She wins.
Yeah. Next award, pretty straightforward. It's our most disappointing anime of the season. This is not exactly like, is it the worst? It's just what we personally were probably excited for going into it, and came out of it just feeling either a little disappointing or a lot disappointing. All you had to do was feel disappointed about it, and you could nominate it. So with that, what did you pick, EA?
Metallic Rouge.
Metallica.
This was one that I picked, and I had such high hopes for it. I was like, Bone Studio. Oh, it looks so good. This could finally break the curse of original anime and stuff that I picked and stuff that we pick on this damn channel. And it started out good. I really enjoyed like the first 2 or 3 or 4 episodes. But I don't remember when it happened. But it was at some point when it just started I think it was when we started punching dogs is when it started like not working. So I was like, yeah. So
I think it's like 5 or
very
6.
disappointing. Yeah, wherever that was.
About
So
midpoint.
disappointing for me. It may have even been earlier than that. It was probably around the time when like the circus was in town. I think that's when it happened. And they did this fucking just information dump of just everything. It's like, you are a robot. You're also from another planet called ZX Flaben. Yeah,
Nice.
I no. Metallic Rouge definitely gets it for me.
I also picked Metallic Rouge for the same reasons you pick, but as well, I feel just in general, and we've said this countless times, but this show had so much potential to be honestly way better. Like, and I think this series, I think it did have a ceiling of quality. I don't think it was going to be one of the greatest things ever, but I think it definitely would have been a really great series if they were, they gave it more time. And it's really, honestly, the only bad parts about it is the writing and story. Everything else is like great. Like there's amazing, and it's by Bones, of course, but amazing animation, art design. The 2 main characters, especially Naomi, has a killer design. And just the concept in general of exploring, humans and machines and having like the twist it had on it, which was basically like, oh, we go thousands of years back with this, and it's almost like some higher power sort of thing. And it's very, very, obviously very Japanese kind of twist to it. But it would have been so good, And the fact that it's 13 episodes, it just, it shouldn't have been. It should have been at least like 24 or 25, maybe even, the same amount of episodes that Freerun got, because it could have been way better than what it was. And that's what's most disappointing is you could see the potential. But it's getting a webtoon. It's going to be on some other site. I thought it was going to be on the actual webtoon website, and I was going to read it. But you have to pay for it. You have to pay for the webtoon version. So I don't know if that's good or not. I hope it is. Either way, yeah, that's my most disappointing was Metallic Rouge.
We'll go a little controversial here. My pick was Dungeon Meshi. And this is so I want to say first and foremost, I think Metallic Rouge is more right, but this is more like a personal thing with me because was I the one to pick? I'm pretty sure I was the one to pick Dungeon Meshi.
Maybe.
And I did it because it was from Trigger Studio. And not to say that the studio did bad or anything like that. I just think the source material wasn't really tailored for me. But because it was Trigger, I had certain expectations for it because Trigger anime usually have this certain style and the comedy and how things look and how it hits you emotionally. And I don't think Dungeon Meshi fits in that mold, but I should have realized it. But it's my fault for not realizing it because Hiroyuki had nothing to do with this. He wasn't directing this. So because he didn't direct it, create it, or anything like that, it didn't fit the shows that I thought it would fit. Because I'm thinking, oh, Kill I Kill. I know this is Guy next, but Gurren Lagann. Yeah. I'm thinking Panty and Stalking, another Guy next one, but you catch the drift. Little Witch Academia. I'm thinking stuff like that, but Dungeon Meshi wasn't like any of those, in my opinion. Maybe it changed because we dropped it at episode 6.
Yeah, I think it was 6.
Well, I say we. It's just me and EA because I'm pretty sure C finished it.
Well, I think C came back and then he was like, "Guys, don't drop it," and we dropped it.
I was very surprised you guys didn't like it.
Yeah, it just wasn't clicking.
I think it's one of the best shows since Kill la Kill they've done.
Now that is something.
But I can see how it's not for you guys though. Like I definitely understand when you see. That's the thing is like sometimes on this show.
Two tactics. Please tell me you're my friend.
Yes, it's I don't get. I'm not gonna get mad about people's opinions on a fucking anime.
Okay, come
but, like,
here.
sometimes
Bring
you know,
it in.
like
Yeah.
I don't. Like I can't understand where you guys are coming from sometimes, and I'm sure it's the same, you know, with all of us. You know, it's with anything.
My
right?
girlfriend says the same thing. I don't understand where you're coming from.
Well, yeah, it happens, right? It's a very human thing.
No, I know.
But this is one of
No,
the ones
that was
where-
just a joke anyway. The dungeon. I was about to say Dungeon and Dragon. Delicious in Dungeon, where she got the freaking in episode 2 the what's it called? The root.
When she got stupefied.
Yeah, where she got stupefied and her eyes were like this, and she was talking like this. And she was talking. So funny.
Yeah,
Oh.
I definitely understand though where you guys are coming from. I still don't think it's like not a show for you guys, but I definitely understand why you thought the first however many episodes we watched weren't for you. I think this is not one of I'm not doing the thing where it's like just watch just skip the other episodes. Dive into, you know, I'm not doing the shonen thing. I'm not trying to convince you guys or anything like that. I'm just saying like at some point the story does pick up, and I think it was episode 7 or 8. So the next episode was when they started doing a story.
According to Sababu, it picks up the last 3 episodes.
Yeah,
according to him,
the first 6 or so episodes is very much like slice of life. Hey, look, we're in a fantasy world, and this is all the weird things we do. And then like literally the second half is straight up just we gotta find Fallon. So yeah, let's figure out how to find Fallon and defeat the dragon.
Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy Fallon.
Hey guys, I hope you find me. I'm so wacky.
However,
that's how we host.
I think you guys are totally correct because this is your opinion is what has been expressed by a large majority. I don't want to say majority, but the vocal majority. People have expressed that the beginning is very not what you expect, and then later on it gets to that point. And then from there it's whatever. It's a story and all that. So, I honestly think Satsuki Picks is just as valid as Metallic Rouge in that aspect. And I think, you know, Metallic Rouge, it's the obvious reasons why it's disappointing. Whereas Dungeon Meshi, I think, is also a valid reason. So I know EA, you didn't like it, or were maybe even disappointed by it. So I mean, what do you guys think? Is Metallica Rouge the bat or Dungeon Meshi?
I mean, there's 2 against 1, so
yeah.
All right.
It's automatically Metallica, the Rouge, the bat,
Metallica,
whatever the fuck.
We have to. Decrepit Storm says we have to find Fallon and Spiegel, or as EA says, Spielberg. That's good. So yeah, Metallica Rouge the Bat is the most disappointing. Next up, we have the show that we wish we watched probably instead of Metallic Rouge or Dungeon Meshi, which is of course the award for the one that got away. The airing anime this season we wish we watched. So Satsuki, which one did which did you go for?
I picked A Sign of Affection. Now I don't really know much about this show. It's just I know it's a romance show, and I think the main girl is deaf.
Sounds like a silent voice.
But they're adults.
Oh, adults.
Yeah.
What?
But I haven't seen anything of it. It's just that people that I know that whose opinions I value said it was pretty good. It also has a good score on my anime list, which doesn't really mean that much, but I've always said my anime list is a good like culling tool, or like it's good to filter stuff out sometimes. Because when something's really bad, you'll know. You'll know when it's really bad. But yeah, from the people's description of it, it sounded like a series I would be interested in. So it may not have been that great on the podcast, but definitely would have been better than what I picked.
Oh,
There you go.
okay.
Yeah, what did you got? What you got?
None other than Solo Leveling.
God.
Yes, I said it. And I'm going to take off my shirt like fucking Muscle Man and wave it above my head. Solo Leveling! Whoa! Yeah! And the only reason I say that is because, I don't know. I feel like it would have been more entertaining. I understand. Oh, hold on. Before I continue, I don't want to be a savage there. But yeah, it's all about just the excitement, the energy, the fight scenes, the animation. I think it would have been neat, but it probably would have been killed off after the 3 episodes. But you know, I don't care. It would have lasted. It would have been more entertaining and more fun than Metallic Rouge the Bat and people eating food in a dungeon with their assholes. It would have been better.
Wait, what? Well, hold on. What show is that?
You know, the dungeon aster.
I think you watched Fellatio Rouge.
I might have watched a different series. No wonder whenever we were talking about it, it never made sense. So that's on me, guys. That's on me.
As for me, unless you're done. Are you done, EA?
Oh shit.
Oh, I'm done. I'm never gonna work in this town again.
I picked Urusei Yatsura season 2. As a sneak peek, I have locked this in as Nakama Club for next season because it's my pick. I was trying to do this anime by Adoraburb. I've obviously seen it before. I've seen the old versions before. I used to watch it in the background on what is Retro Crush. I used to have that on the background back in the day, and I would watch it. This new series is phenomenal. It's so funny. It's from the creator of Inuyasha and Ron Mahaf. And it's batshit insane. I really don't know how to describe it. Basically, it's just about a alien that comes from space who wants a husband. So she marries this guy, and this guy falls in love with her. But every episode after that, he like tries to get with all the other women, and so Lum gets really mad and is like, "You asshole." And it's literally that, like every episode. It's fucking hilarious. Like, it sounds abysmal, but it's fucking awesome. It's so good. The art's really good with a new one too. I think it's by the same people who did Fruits Basket. It's by it's David Productions, the guys behind JoJo and Fire Force. So
JoJo.
It's just so good. It's so fucking good. I can't actually wait to watch it on KOA. It is the show I am most excited for next season, and it's not even, a seasonal show. Just because I want to see what you guys think about it. So, yeah, that's my pick. Who wins though?
To be honest, when Sasuke said a romance involving adults, it pricked my interest. Just because, how many of those do we have in anime? Like 2?
Just 2.
In the existence of anime, everything's always high school related.
And of course, those romances are Dragon Ball Z, because Krillin and 18, and as well. I can't think of anything else funny to say. So.
GT. You should just said the
GT.
other Dragon Ball.
Oh, Jesus. I guess we're going with a sign of affection. Woo!
Sign of affection.
Woohoo!
Next up is the award for the most overrated, named after, of course, the most overrated anime, also by Trigger, which is odd. I pick, the award is called Thigh Meat, and since it is my turn to pick, go first, I decided on Solo Leveling. And the reason for this is because there was nothing else to pick. So I defaulted to Solo Leveling.
Yeah, I didn't pick anything.
There you go.
I picked Delicious in Dungeon because it deserves it.
Damn.
All right, cool.
The only reason I say that is because with a name behind it, such as Trigger, and then this, I understand it got better later on. I have yet to see that. But the episodes we saw was not a great introduction. And I was literally just like, and the sucky thing is that it looked great. Like every Trigger animation does. But
I was gonna say Trigger did his job.
yeah, they always knock it out of the park when it comes to animation the way that it looks. It's just story and execution. And I was not interested in eating blue lobsters for 3 episodes.
What about mimics?
Oh, excuse me, yeah. And then we had the Mimic episode where what was his name? Big Ears?
Oh, don't
Long John or whatever the fuck his name
Do
was.
not ask me. I do not have my notes anymore.
That's okay.
Wait, who?
Yeah, big ears. You know, he's
He's
the
talking about
thief.
Chill Chuck.
Yeah,
Chilchok?
you see, you knew the name.
Oh, you mean
You knew
Chilcock.
the name. Anyway, the episodes were very boring. Also, sisters dying and they're taking their sweet ass time eating a smorgasbord fucking board. So it's just like, I don't know, it just didn't interest me. And the fact that it was so regarded as like, oh, the most watched anime to come out in winter, I was just like, nah.
So, Papu said Solo Leveling is just a punch, kick show like JJK and Demon Slayer, but it's far worse than those two. There's no attempt at strong world building, side characters, plot, etc. Solo has some good fights in the last episodes, but there's literally zero substance to it. This is the weird thing. This is the weird thing about Solo Leveling to me. At least, and I have no knowledge of it because I didn't read it and I haven't watched it. But everybody describes it in that same way. And it doesn't make sense to me because this is just me. I don't understand how people can say it has good fights, but also says it doesn't have characters that they care about. Because to me, for me to care about a fight, I have to care about how the fight happens. The build up to the fight is just as important as the fight itself to me.
Well,
My favorite fight in One Piece isn't because of the choreography or the animation or anything like that. It's because the emotions in the fight. So if you're devoid of some of the things that people are talking about Solo Leveling is devoid of, I don't understand how the fights are that great. Then it's just a spectacle.
Well, it's just a classic thing of I think people don't know how to say exactly what they feel because literally you can take the same comment and you could take and you could take Sababu's comment and you can literally swap out Solo Leveling with JJK or Demon Slayer and vice versa, and you could just say the same thing and it's a popular opinion. So what I think it is I think there's like a deeper meaning beyond that. There's a tell in what people are trying to say when they say, oh, this is just carried by animation. People even said that about Freerun, which is the funniest fucking shit. But like I don't think when people say that, I don't think that's what they mean. I think what they mean is it's not a show with your deep storytelling, your deep character building. It's not a show where it's plot driven. I think that's what they're trying to say, and they don't like that. They don't like that there is no story and that the only thing that people watch for it is just a flashy animation and action. But I don't even think that matters, because that's what the show is meant to be. So I think the criticism, it is a criticism, but it's also not. It's more of it's a subjective analysis of one's own viewpoint onto it. It's not like, it's still valid. I'm not trying to say it's not valid, but what I'm trying to say is that I don't think it's right to say that it is just a punch kick show, and I also don't think it's right to say that Demon Slayer is just carried by animation, or that JJK is just carried by animation. And that goes into Satsuki's point, and he's totally right. Like, there are characters that you automatically have to like if people like it just for the fights. Like, you can't have your cake and eat it too. It's one of those things. You have to, like, if you say that you like the fights, but it has like no good characters, then that's kind of defeats the purpose a little bit. And I think that goes for a lot of things. Like, it's just one of those things where I think people are trying to dumb down the thing they're saying because Twitter exists, and we've been conditioned by Twitter to say things in 150 characters for the last 15 years. So that's kind of like a thing. I don't know. That's my viewpoint of it. Trying to understand it. I'm dumb. Don't listen to me.
I can't agree with that fully, because at least this is me not speaking from my own experience, so keep that in mind. But what I've hear from it are from people in my server, and their opinions aren't really in the realm of like a Twitter user saying it just to kind of say like a basis criticism. This is a show that I've heard this is weird. I haven't heard anybody talk about a single character from the show other than the main character. That's an oddity. You would think that you would hear more about the characters, villains, something else for the show. Everything I hear about this show is the fights. I don't hear anything else about this show. So again, I'm not really even giving it a critique. I'm kind of just saying like the source of my viewpoint on it, because it's shaped by other people, because I ain't gonna check it out for myself. The premise itself isn't for me, so.
Mm-hmm. Well, apparently KOA is carried by its animation, honestly.
It is.
According to Decrepit Storm. So, I mean, Decrepit Storm, you don't know what you're talking about, man.
It is, though.
No, when it gets to a certain part.
I think we should rename the podcast to Mid of Anime Podcast, because we're super fucking mid. Or King of Mid Podcast.
Anime. King of Mid.
We're just
calm. We're calm.
Calm.
Let's be real. This entire podcast is carried by Satsuki. Everyone else on here, we're just brain dead. We're just here for the paycheck.
We only like good characters because they're badass.
Yeah, and we get very emotional. We get really emotional here on KOA. Our emotions are always overflowing from the cup of your mom. Delicious in Dungeon or solo leveling? What are we doing here?
I mean, the fact that y'all talked about it for half an hour, solo dungeon, solo leveling.
I forgot what the award was for.
Most overrated.
Overrated.
Oh, overrated. Oh yeah, solo leveling now.
Solo dungeoning.
Yeah, solo dungeoning. Solo delicious leveling.
Ooh, that sounds like a
that sounds really good.
Interesting title, actually. Yeah. Delicious leveling.
Don't worry, we gave them an idea. Next up, we got our favorite moment of the season. It could literally just be anything throughout this entire season. EA, what did you pick?
I picked the Freerin tournament arc to be a class level 1 mage. I liked Freeman already, but I felt like when we got to this tournament arc to become a first class mage, it got even better because it introduced us to a whole lot of new characters. We got Dinkin, we got Ubel, we got Werbel, we got a whole bunch of people that we were introduced to. And as I said before, I liked Fryron, I liked Fern, I liked Stark and Sign and all them. But then when we got to the tournament arc, we just got introduced to a whole bunch of characters, and I feel like that solidified the show for me. Like, I don't think if this wasn't in there, I still think it would be a pretty good show. But I feel like that is what really made people like it, was this arc.
So what you're saying is Freerin is carried by animation, like KOA.
Sure. Whatever you say.
Tassi, what do you got? What do you got?
My apologies, I was distracted. I went with I guess it's kind of cheating since it's Nakama Club, but I went with Swilla's speech, specifically when they were talking to him in jail. And just that moment where Saki asked him to apologize, and he's like, I'll apologize first. If you apologize for trampling on okay, just got him. Yeah, that whole speech, masterclass personification of rage and revenge. So yeah, that was my favorite moment. I didn't really have a lot from this season, honestly. It would have probably been another moment from Free Run or something.
Well, I pick my favorite moment is actually from Delicious in Dungeon. I was thinking about this. It's very weird. I had the same reaction too. I was like, what is my the moment that is most memorable to me and is like my favorite? Because when I think of favorite, to me, that's kind of like fun. So what's my most fun moment? And that was watching Delicious in Dungeon when they go to defeat the dragon. They defeat the dragon, which, by the way, killer fucking animation.
C-Tat, this really quick. You finished in this lobby, correct?
Yeah, I finished NES lobby.
Okay, Carp, it's Usopp versus Luffy.
All right.
Okay.
I picked Delicious in Dungeon. I think it was episode 11 or 12 or something, where they defeat the dragon and they cut open the stomach. Fallon's dead. That was such a fucking crazy twist, because the entire time you're under, it's a whole joke, right? It's like, oh, we're all going on this adventure, but Fallon's in the stomach of a dragon. She's going to die. What are you doing? And yeah, so they defeated the dragon and she's dead. And it's such a fucking awesome moment the way they do it. Such a great twist. I haven't seen the episode that comes after that, so they could very well just, I imagine, just heal Fallon. But she died. Like, she's at the point where I'm at story, she's dead. And it's just a great moment.
You mean to tell me that they were skipping to my Lou, my fucking darling, wasting their goddamn time eating
EA
food?
was going to react like this. I knew it.
And she ended good. You dumbass.
Well,
they should.
Well, the thing is,
they should be. Oh no! How could this have happened? What do you mean? How could this have happened?
Oh my god!
You were in between bites and didn't think once about your sister. Jesus! Oh man!
I knew as soon as you said that. See, I was like, if EA, I know it's a lot of context we're missing, but I knew from the little context we got, I knew how EA was going to react. I just knew it.
That's insulting.
I don't think so. I don't think it's insulting.
I'm sure there's some context to it. I haven't seen it, so to be fair, I'm just reacting off of what I remember. But
Well,
I mean, yeah, that is a twist. I'll give it that, but I'm not really shocked.
well, it's a good moment. I liked it. Everyone in our server liked it. We all watched it together, so I'm going off that. But yeah, I imagine they're going to revive her in the next episode. So
Yeah, it's probably going to be an easy fix, and I'm just mad at nothing. But still, just the thought of that, just like
the
I
thought,
don't know why that irritates me so much.
THOT, the thought.
Yes, the Twitch thought in the background, getting dissolved in the fucking dragon.
She does. She's literally just a pile of bones.
That's insane. But you're right. She's probably going to be revived by the elf, and she's going to go, "I did it, guys. Do you like me now?" And then it's going to be all happy.
Why is she like that?
That's
She's forever stupefied.
stupefied.
Oh my god. But,
Yeah, I think Satsi or EA. I think you guys got the better one. Mine's more personal, so it's up to you guys.
Paper, rock, scissors.
Hold on. Okay.
Fisticuffs.
Hold on. I gotta look. Okay.
All right. How do you do this? Do you go 1, 2, 3, shoot, or do you go?
Yeah, like that.
All right. Paper.
Wait.
All right.
Okay.
See, you count down.
3, 2, 1, go.
Paper,
Rock,
paper, scissors, shoot. Oh.
Okay.
All right.
Rock.
Paper, scissors, shoot.
Okay,
Look at this all up.
Okay, look. Rock. Okay, look.
Rock.
This is my cadence. We got to do it like a football.
Okay.
I can just count down.
Rock,
paper, scissors,
Like
shoot. Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Rock, paper,
scissors,
go.
shoot.
No way.
This is like regular show.
You set the tone. You set the tone this time.
Okay. Paper, rock, scissors, and shoot. Oh, you beat me.
All right.
I was paper.
Wheeler wins.
Remember this award show is the most objective award show. Just remember that. Next award is the opposite of our favorite. It's the worst moment. Who would we go first last time? EA. So Satsuki, who did you pick?
Oh shit.
What did you pick for worst moment of the season?
I see what y'all picked, so it's gonna make mine seem like bad, but because I saw what y'all guys were, I was like, oh shit, oh okay, well this is kind of heavy. Because I already had my moment of mine, but I'm gonna just say it. So my moment was when Noid dies in Metallic Rouge. I almost forgot the name of it for a second. I don't even think that was the worst moment in the series. It's just the one that I remember because it was so stupid. And then they tried to make it this impactful moment, and it just did not hit. It was like it was almost as if a super important character we were attached to from day one died. And they were expecting us to cry, and I was just sitting there. I think I laughed. I literally laughed at it. I literally laughed at it.
Oh my gosh, I remember that scene.
Oh my god. Yeah.
There is another Skywalker.
So I don't think it's the worst moment in Metallic Rouge, but I think it's a great example of why Metallic Rouge was kind of bad, because him dying and them expecting us to care was a reflection of the lack of episodes and care they put into each and one of their characters. So that's what I picked.
Yeah. Well, it's not going to be as sentimental as yours, but maybe more. I don't know. But it definitely has to be the passing of the late, great Akira Toriyama. Just an absolute tragedy. And sad passing of him, and found out a little more about his passing, which is even more sad. I think They said how he passed away. He got like some kind of like contusion on his brain, which I think like he fell. So he like fell, and like because of that, he slowly I forget what they said. Like I don't know if it was like years or whatever, or months, but like he fell a while ago, and then he kept living, and then eventually caught up with him, and then it just like he died, which is insane. But a man who made a huge impact on generations of anime fans, never will he ever be forgotten.
Yeah, I also picked Akira Toriyama's passing just because when I was trying to decide my worst moment of this entire season, I don't think really anything could compare to that at all. He's such a legend, right? He was a living legend. We don't got a lot of those. You don't got a lot of living legends in their own fields alive right now. So to see one of them go and so early, and also as well, he was still working. He's had so much stuff still in development, and now I don't know what's going to happen to that stuff. I imagine we'll never see it, but it's just really sad. It is really sad because it was very sudden. It was unexpected, and he died so young. So, and he meant a lot to me because he was a big part of my childhood, as is I'm sure with most people, especially our age and younger. So, and very important to the cartel members. So, rest in peace, Akira Toriyama. Couldn't find a way to get Sean reference in this, so I fucked up.
You could have just left it alone.
That was an option.
Just saying.
I think it goes without saying, probably Akira Toriyama maybe dying.
But I mean, Noid.
Yeah, Noid's pretty big, tragic.
Noid, a fucking legend.
It's hard, but I would say.
I mean, when Noid died, I cried for 50 days and 50 nights.
Damn, that long?
It hasn't even been 50 days.
You still crying. You're planning out your tears.
You're brave, Satsuki. You're brave. You're still trying to get through
Monday, Tuesday. Yeah, I didn't even want to do the podcast.
Yeah, my first instinct was to go for Noid, but me and EA both picked Akira Toriyama, so I guess that one wins.
We win or we lose, however you look at it.
Yeah. Satsuki, the next award is invented by you.
Oh, yes. The Mirai Zora Award from the great Hanamaru from Love Live Sunshine. It is the anime we are looking forward to the most next season. I also, this is just a suggestion on the fly, I feel like we should give a preview for the people who are watching as to like what shows we're thinking about watching other than just this award. Because we're probably going to announce it, before the next podcast, what we're going to watch and all that jazz. But just a suggestion to get people thinking,
I think
because it's a lot in the spring season.
Oh yeah, spring season has a lot.
Yeah, but I went first last time, so it's time to go first.
I picked Spice and Wolf, Merchant Meets the Wise Wolf. This is a readaptation of the best-selling light novel in Japanese history, Spice and Wolf. It's by Studio Passion, who, known for outputting some of the greatest anime known to man, like High School DxD Hero. But I did watch the first episode today. I was so hyped for it. I wanted to make a video on it, but it just it comes out at 2:30 p.m. for me, so I just can't do it. But I loved it. it's more, apparently, according to Dan Otaz Media, it is more faithful to the light novel than the original anime. So
I'll be the judge of that.
well, okay, so Satsuki will be our judge for that next week when we talk about it, hopefully. I love Spice and Wolf. Spice and Wolf was one of the first dubbed anime I watched when I got back into it. Of course, shout out to J. Michael Tatum and Brina Palencia, two now legendary actors. But back then, they were kind of like these new up-and-comers, and I remember being such big fans of them and going, oh man, I want them to really succeed one day. And it turns out that, yeah, J. Michael Tatum is probably one of the most powerful men in anime right now. So there you go. Or at least the English dubbing scene. Just a great dub all around, and a great story. Economics, drama, romance. It's got it all. It's all in the one thing. And yeah.
Furries.
Yeah, if you're a furry, I guess you like it. In my opinion, if you like Holo, you're not a furry. And that's not because I like Holo.
It's because you like Holo.
Listen.
I like Holo too, though. So.
Well, we're not
You
furries.
you have a little Holo statue. Dun, 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 dun.
Damn, she's not naked. The hell?
I think the first person I seen with a Holo anything was Chibi Reviews,
Yep.
and it was this poster of her just straight up naked.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, why do you have that in your room hanging up?
Well, it is Chibi. It is
Oh,
Chibi.
come on. You know why.
What's funny, Dan Otaz Media, he talks to Chibi Reviews, and it's sometimes hearing him. He apparently just regularly simps for Holo. From what I hear from Dan, which is, I think, so funny. So, yeah, I fucking love Spice and Wolf, so I'm excited for it to come back. Outside of watching Urusei Yatsura next season with you guys, this is the second thing I'm most excited for.
Bad pick.
Damn.
Your turn, yeah.
My pick is
Oh,
Yeah, just die.
back to life.
Oh,
My
okay.
pick. My pick is none other than the great, the stupendous, the absolute greatness of Konosuba. That's right. Bring it in. Konosuba, the king. The king is back for season 3. Season 1, beautiful, great. Season 2, even better, even more beautiful. It's great. The dub is really good. I never watched the dub because I always watched these subbed when I first saw them. But then when I saw that they adapted these into the dub, very good dub, very underappreciated. I feel like it's very underrated. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this because it's probably one of the funnier animes I've seen in a long, long time. And that's hard to do for just many reasons, because I feel like Japanese humor is very different than, us here in the States. And they happen to do it so well, like effortlessly. It's just like I laugh at every single thing that they that they do. And that goes with great voice acting, good storytelling, and the characters are just assholes. And I think that's what makes it all the better. Nobody cares about these characters, so when they get their comeuppance, it's all the more funny. So, season 3. I know it recently got leaked, but I'm being a good boy and I'm gonna watch it when it's supposed to come out in beautiful HD.
It's already out in beautiful HD.
Shut up. So I'll get to it when I get to it. No spoilers, but I look forward to watching it. And yes, that is something we'll be covering on the show. So Light Ruler, your time has finally come.
And Sababu as well.
Oh God.
He says you have good taste, EA, for choosing Konosuba because he's most.
Oh well,
looking
thank
forward
you,
to it.
thank you. I mean, it's one of my favorites, one of my favorite comedies. A long time.
Well, and honestly, I just think that every one of us here are actually wrong because we get too excited about these things. So, Satsuki.
Oh, right.
what's your
We
pick?
like the characters because they're badass. I'm sorry.
My pick is yeah, you're fucking up everything. Now I'm gonna show up on the screen as like, there we go.
I'm sorry. My pick is you're fucking up.
Whenever you do that because of C settings, it's I'm pretty it's with it's what am I thinking of? You're doing like a application recording or like a screen recording, right?
Yeah,
Like
it's an
just a source?
application.
Yeah. So like whenever you disappear, like it's going to show up and it's going to be just like a part of Discord showing up.
My bad.
Yeah. No, you fucked up everything. Feel shame.
Oh, okay. I'm ashamed then. I'm gonna beat my head until I can't see anymore. Ready?
That will be yes. Yes.
We're headbanging now? Headbangers Ball?
Yeah. My pick is Spice and Wolf.
No, Spice and Wolf.
I like Holos. I like crap. Oh, I think he is actually that. No.
No, we got to get Shadowheart to cast heal. Oh, wait. Is he back?
Hey! April Fools. Actually, it's 12 for me, so that ended. Oh, no. No.
You all thought I
think that's
concussed
in the middle.
myself. April Fools.
You got me.
Man, I was ready to call the police.
I'm
sorry to worry you.
Harvest your organs.
Oh, well. These organs are still sticking with me.
Damn it. Get them next time.
You little rascal.
But yeah, I like Holos. I like Lawrence's. I don't like economics. I don't like capitalism. But I do like romance. And this show has that in abundance. Fun show. I actually don't know how it's going to do on KOA. I know me and C enjoy it. I feel like it's a show that EA may not like because here's the thing about Spice and Wolf. If you don't like Holo for one, everything else falls apart because it's so dependent on their relationship and their character dynamics. So if you don't like those two, you're kind of stuck. So we'll see though. We'll see. It's a lot of other things in the season, but that's what I'm looking most forward to. Whether we cover it on KOA, I'm still going to watch it.
Yeah. Well, I guess Spice and Wolf wins out here. So next up, we got the most important award besides the next two. And that is the there are people in life that have existed, great men and women throughout history. Some, if since it's April Fool's and we're joking around, some would say, why are we all going dark here? Oh shit. Why
you gotta bring race into this?
We're bringing race into this? Wait,
Joke.
I don't know what I was saying before, but basically, there's great men and women throughout history, and there is one such woman that is one of our most beloved, the treasure of her hometown. While you would think it would be hard to understand what she has to say at times, in reality, her words have touched trillions of people. Most people suspect that this lady with her words has affected up to 110% of the human population, and has caused a lot of changes in the world for the better. Of course, I'm talking about none other than Nezuko Kamado. And I'm talking about the award. There you go. So this award it means what it means.
It's just
It's what Nezuko says. There you go. And
I clicked the wrong button.
that is the award. So I think it's EA you're up.
It might be. So my award is Mamoru getting the girl, in this case Maria, by any means necessary, even if it means the total annihilation and extinction of his whole village and of the human population. He's got Riz. He has got, if you're saying something, Sasuke, you're muted. He's got all kinds of just it coming out, everything, just acting like a pathetic.
Acting
Maria,
like a
I
fool
love
with his
you.
pants on the ground.
Yes, let's throw that back. But yeah, my award is Mamoru basically crying his way to a girlfriend and leading to the almost extinction of the human race because of it.
Mm-hmm. Well, as for me, mine's is the concept that I learned from Metallic Rouge. Because watching that show, you get a couple life lessons. One that it's okay not to share your chocolate with children. Another lesson I learned was that math sucks. And if someone doesn't know a math answer, it's okay to shoot them. And within that episode, I also learned another thing. It's okay to punch a dog as long as it weighs enough. That is what I choose.
It's a good one.
You gotta
Nezuko
line up
would
all
be
the
proud.
people in the road and just punch them all one by one, too.
Got to. And for some reason, they don't move out of the way. They just stay there.
Well, for me, this one is it's so hard to say it out loud, but I think no, I'm brave. I'm strong enough for this. Tomiko
Got this.
Asahina, the G MILF,
Who's
the
that?
high score.
Oh, fuck.
Come on now, y'all.
EA didn't realize who that was.
Come on now.
When
She
he
even
said
got
the
a-
high score, I got it.
She even got an eye patch by the end. Come on.
She became a certain pirate.
She even became a pirate. You see? She's a part of the Straw Hats now. Luffy needs her on their team. Luffy needs a Kantai user. That would be crazy in One Piece, by the way.
Oh my god.
Listen, Tomiko Asahina, amazing character. Just perfect, impeccable, no holes in her.
See, don't finish that sentence.
No
No holes in her, except.
Unless.
You know, and we don't
Unless.
exactly know we don't know.
I can
for
fill those
sure
holes.
what happened to Tomiko, but in my opinion, I believe that she
She's
survived.
dead.
EA, we don't know. We don't know for sure.
No,
And
we do.
no,
She is wholeheartedly dead.
no, I think you guys
She
are
said,
misinterpreting.
now it's your turn.
So I pick Tomiko Asahina, the very still alive high score G-MILF, who is way too hot for her age.
I like how she's the high score.
Well, she's like, what, 267? That's pretty high score to me.
Give or take.
Give or take, yeah. So, I don't know what she's doing. I mean, we know what she's doing, but maybe trying
Pushing
some,
up daisies.
We're trying some Dead Sea mud masks, or some nice lotions, because she looks good, and get me on that shit. Also, best girl.
Oh, can I also say to the 11 people watching, please hit that like button. That will really help us. That will really
Yes.
help get
Yes,
visibility
absolutely.
with the stream and whatnot. So
Mm-hmm.
I hope y'all
We-
are enjoying.
We appreciate each and every one of you.
Except you.
You know what you did.
You know who I'm talking to. Yeah. Yeah, I know you're shaking at your keyboard. You know exactly who I'm talking to.
Sean?
Oh. Doesn't watch us.
Well, that'd be something if he actually did.
He probably think we were stealing. That's what he probably think.
That or wrestles.
Oh, you know, wait,
Does that for like 30 minutes, and we're just like, is he still going at? I don't know. Let me unmute him. He's been muted this whole time. It gets to like it's like, oh shit, okay, he's almost done though.
What if we like one day we open up like phone calls to the viewers and they can like call like a phone line or whatever, and every week we get a phone call from Sean that's just hating on us, and it's like you know, it's like the episode of Better Call Saul where he takes like the paper towel roll and talks to it through the phone and it doesn't work.
Oh yeah,
So Sean's trying to do that. We don't understand them, and by the end he's just like, oh fuck it.
So, true story, on TikTok, a video of his did come up where it was like, "No, you're famous voice actors," and it had like Sean Schimmel, and I looked at the comments, and we're not the only ones. There were other people that were like, "For his famous roles in Berserk," and I was like, "Oh." And I had to add to it. I was just like, yep, that's his career-changing role right there. Career-defining. Yeah. Yeah, everybody knows how famous he is.
So Tomiko wins this one, right?
I mean, it's a award.
Yeah,
It doesn't
sure.
mean anything.
Yeah.
No.
There you go.
What?
You win.
You win
That
a meaningless award.
Fine.
Enjoy
Next
that high
up.
score.
Penultimate award. It's not the King of Anime award. No. This is the King Nothing award, otherwise known as the X-Arm Award of Excellence. This is the worst anime this season that we've seen, and I'm just gonna say right now, after seeing what you guys picked, I totally forgot about this anime, but if I remembered it, I would have picked it. So this is the worst anime of the season. Whoever's next, take the stage.
Am I? I think I'm not. I don't know. I don't remember the order. I'm just saying. I picked this or whatever. That's Ponomichi, the mahjong game. Or I shouldn't even call it that because they don't even barely focus on the game itself. It's just cute girls doing cute things. K-On remix, but even more boring.
I got a god, and it's in the form of a chicken. Isn't it cute?
Also, the fan subs I found of this anime were special and racist.
I would say I saw those screenshots. I was like, is that the real translation? or did they take some liberties?
Yeah, we were watching it in the server and we were like, what the fuck? What the fuck? And it was just getting worse and worse.
Yeah, I also picked this show because it knows what it did, and it should feel bad for existing.
It should feel bad.
Yeah, it knows it's bad. It knows what it did, and it should never be seen again by the light of day. Satsuki picked this one on a whim. It's like, hey, we got to get the young crowd in. We got to make sure we get viewers. We got to. And I'm like, well,
I said it exactly like that too.
Yeah, he had a cigar in his mouth and everything. He's just like, all right, listen, we got to do this, and we're going to get all the kids. Peter Parker.
I want Spider-Man.
I want Spider-Man.
We gotta get Polomichi in here. We need all the views in here. We gotta get the eyes all focused onto us.
Okay, J. Jonah Jameson, don't you think that's a bad idea?
Of course not. I'm a genius. Now get me Polomichi.
And sure enough, we gave him Ponomichi, and we gave it 3 episodes, and we looked at each other, and we're like,
God.
we're sorry that we ever did this to you. We will never do that again.
You
32
guys
minutes.
watched 3 episodes of this?
Yeah.
Was it
I
funny?
would have pulled it. If I was here, I would have been like, no, guys, we're killing this.
It's the rule, see?
At
3
episode
episode
1,
rule.
I'm sorry, rules are no rules.
See, this is what we're talking about with Shinsekai Yori, ethics versus morals. Ethically, the right thing was to watch 3 episodes. Morally, we should have dropped the
Yeah,
episode
you guys
1.
committed genocide on your
True.
brain cells.
Yeah, very true, very true. But we suffered for you guys, the viewer.
Damn.
I don't think they were watching.
Well, then fuck them. You made us do this for nothing.
Oh my god. Decrepit Storm says, can't believe you picked Ponomichi because you thought the characters were cool and badass.
You know the real reason I picked this show is because, and I'm blaming Josh for this. I don't think he's watching, but if he does watch this, Josh, it's your fault because it was brought to my attention that the character designs came from Negi Haruba, the mangaka from English. Now that's a hard language. The author from Quintessential Quintuplets, as well as Ranger Reject, another series that's coming up. Yeah, he did the character design, so that got me interested. I didn't know anything about the story, but I thought maybe it's a good opportunity to learn about this game I've never played myself, and you know how anime can be sometimes. It gets you into different type of stuff. And yeah, it was basically K-On, but more boring and not funny and terrible.
You guys watched 3 episodes of this.
Laugh it up, fuzzball.
I picked Metallic Rouge, but we're not going to talk about that because Ponomichi obviously wins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Metallic
for
Rouge
sure.
has some fun.
I want to say, I had fun with the freaking Hot Rod and Granny, which out of context, that sounds bad. But
What is up with grannies in KOA?
we love our Gmails. You like the high score. I like the freaking monster trucking granny. I mean, also known as the Tokyo Drift granny. Deja vu. Fucking A. But
You know what? If we ever get a comment section, all of our comment section is going to be like Decrepit Storm's comments. Like, can't believe you picked Ponomichi because you thought the characters were cool and badass. It's going to be like these
We
like
have a comment section.
ironic inside jokes. It's going to be like an Anthony Fantano video where it's just like he's reviewing like a song and he's like, "Man, I can't believe Anthony went on this racist tirade."
Yeah.
It's like just out of like what? Like that's what our comments are going to be like.
yeah, and then people they'll make clips of it, and I'm sure will be put on like I don't know the quartering or something.
I mean, like
I want everyone here watching right now to take the worst clips and edit them together and send it to the quartering. And I want you to make us
Don't do
look
it.
like the worst, disgusting people you can make us
We
look.
don't want clout.
you know how many times we said like out of context something about not liking minorities?
Here,
Oh my god.
you know what? I'll give you the start of the video for you. I'm not racist, but
But I'm not racist, but insert names followed up by fucked up thing.
oh my god. So yeah, Ponomichi.
Yeah, Ponomichi.
Easily.
Final award of the night. The only award that matters in all of the anime industry. The only one anyone even ever cares about. Of course, New York Times winning award here. The King of Anime Award for Winter 2024. This is the big one, y'all. We've had a lot of competition this season. But only one could stand tall, and it was fierce. And we all, each and every one of us, we have a different answer. Right?
No, we all have the same answer.
Oh, well, what could that be, EA?
No, we do have a different answer.
We do?
Oh
So-
shit! Yeah.
so
You're right.
So yeah, I chose free run. CTAT is picked free error, and then EA picked
Fry
Fry
Run.
Run.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So yeah, they were all different. You're right.
Mhm.
You're right. When you're right, you're right.
I don't know which one. I don't know which one is going to win.
I don't know. Free seems pretty tempting, but
It's a good
Fryrin sounds like fries.
Oh, yeah, makes you kind of hungry.
Makes you hungry. You kind of want it.
However,
then
Freerun's
Freerin,
the hot elf girl.
yeah, Freerin is the new hotness.
Damn.
I know. It just kind of rolls off the tongue. Free.
Yeah, it's almost like there's no difficulty in saying it.
None whatsoever.
But I think we can all agree with this show. I never want to. It's always hard picking shows that extend past this origin starting season, because this was originally a fall anime, but of course it ended in the winter. And I usually don't like picking shows like that, but I feel this show just, considering we didn't have an award show last time, if we didn't talk about the show in some aspect on being on one of these awards, it would have been a disservice. Because it was just a great show. I don't really think anything compared, at least from what I watched in the winter season, even a lot in the fall season. Honestly, Free Run was that good. It was a show that won me over, and once I started liking it, it just got better and better and better and better. It's a show that I really enjoy because of its perspective on magic itself, whereas magic is usually in a lot of battle shonen just this destructive thing. Magic in this show is what I think magic was intended to be. An extinct. My God, I can't speak today. An extension.
C gave you the infection of what he's going through.
What did you do to me? See,
I infected you.
fuck. I got the curse mark. Just ah. Magic is an extension of creativity and imagination, and that's what I think is the main point with the show. A lot of other things that you can enjoy about it, but those are some of the aspects I love about the show. Just great. It's great.
Yeah,
I
I
picked,
agree wholeheartedly with all of my butt.
Oh well, I picked for because no, I apologize. Because yeah, for me it was a great show to watch in my server, and I really enjoyed all the discussion around it, all the fan art, all of the reverence.
All the fan art, I bet.
Oh, it's so much fan art. Yameteo. There was so much around this show that just was fun. I I don't think I've ever watched a show like this. Well, I have, but I'll say not in a long time have I watched a show like this where there wasn't drama surrounding it. There wasn't, something around it that made it just has like this icky feeling, like in the community. But with Freerun, it felt like everyone loved it. Everyone was on the same page. And I think a part of the reason for that is because relatively it was unknown. Sort of came out of nowhere. I think I locked this anime. I think this is my pick, or maybe it was EA's. I can't remember.
No, I don't think it was me. I think you, in fact, I think it was you, see, because you saw it before us, and we were like, what makes that show so good? And you described it. And I was like, oh, well, maybe we should watch that. And I think the rest was history.
Yeah. And I just think the anime also, in terms of industry perspective, is a really important anime because it's the return of Madhouse. And not only is it the return of Madhouse, but they finally got their shit together. And they were, what MAPPA is going through now is what they went through. And they lost all their staff. And that's, how MAPPA came to be, was because of what Madhouse went through. And now they've come back and they've made this show, and it feels like every episode they were totally in touch with the fan base, which is, I don't think I've ever seen a show do this at all, ever. Like for example, we make fun of Ubel's Pits or whatever, but that is an example of that. Like, they are on top. They knew how to make people talk with every episode. They knew how to get the discussion going. Every single one. And not only that, but they were able to take the original source manga, which I've read a little bit of, and make it better. The manga isn't as good as the anime. And what's even crazier is, from what I'm hearing, what will be season 2 is, oh my god, the pits. What will be season 2 is supposedly what some people are saying, and take this with a huge grain of salt, but that it's going to be better than season 1. So it's just like, for me, it's just there's a lot of things surrounding it that really meant a lot to me. It's a very positive series, and I really enjoyed discussing it. Of course, this week I have Freerun here as my stand-in for my normal chibi. I wouldn't do that if I didn't love this show. So, and I love every character in it, pretty much, even the evil ones. Particularly the one that's named Evil. It's just so great. Such a good show. Loved it. Loved everything about it. Community interaction, industry stuff, all that. Very positive show for me.
Yeah, I like the pits.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Kiss attack, the most powerful attack ever. So that is
the kiss attack.
That is the winner for the King of Anime Winter 2024. Our first award of the year, going to Freerun.
Much deserved.
Yeah,
much deserved. And it's now number 1 all-time anime.
Yep. And now it's the number 1 all-time anime in our hearts. And loins.
And groins. See, when you said fan art about Freerun, was it you that sent me a picture of like Freerun covered in a sandwich with her feet?
That was C.
That's exactly what I thought.
Yeah, that was like when the anime first started airing, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah, that was fun.
This is like good whoa, or
like, I didn't know what to expect. I was just like, first of all, that doesn't seem like a very delicious sandwich.
Yeah.
Second of all, I don't know. I don't think that would taste good.
she literally travels for a living. I can't imagine those feet tasted anything but,
And you know
like
how
feet.
she takes forever in her lifespan or whatever. Who knows how long she takes baths? Just saying.
So wait, wouldn't that be a good thing if you're into her feet? Because wouldn't her feet be? It's less okay. Viewer,
See, I wouldn't know.
Viewer.
Good questions.
Before we get into our actual list, I jokingly made a Q&A that just said I Cree, because I didn't know that they had this feature. So I think it's important to read these. Trayvon says, looking dapper, that's what's good, y'all. Good question.
Wait,
I asked.
How do we
I
answer
sent a
that?
question.
Well, it's not coming up. Lightning
Oh,
Eagle.
reloaded.
There we go. Okay, so EA, everything animated. Long-time viewer, first-time caller. Says,
hey,
ask the question by stating, my ass.
Just the serious tone you deliver it.
Gotta
Yeah.
think about that.
Yeah, that's a good question. Lightning Eagle says, you're stuck in the AOT world against a horde of titans in a small village, about 10 titans. You can only have one person help you. Aqua, Megamine, or Darkness. Is this Light Roller? Am I misreading? No, it says Lightning
Darkness.
Eagle. What do you do, and who do you have help you? You have a chance to experience... Oh, wait. No, here we go. That's a different question. So, yeah, we're stuck in AOT world against a horde of titans in a small village, about 10 titans, and we can only have one person, Aqua, Megamine, or Darkness.
We're gonna die. I would say
Darkness.
maybe Megamine because she's got the explosion magic, but you got to make sure it fucking counts.
I think Darkness...
I don't know if she could kill like all of them though.
No, I mean, Darkness would be useless too, because she would look at those titans, it would be the ultimate orgasm for her.
See tactics. See tactics.
Yeah.
You listen to me?
Yes.
I'm picking darkness without the intention of living.
There you go.
All right.
Do you understand where I'm getting at?
I assume
Do you understand?
you play. You plan to do the horizontal dance.
It's known as the horizontal mambo.
Yeah, that one. Yes.
I said that at a convention once. Nobody heard that, and they all started laughing, and I was like, "Man, I'm old." Because people were, it was like an anime Mad Libs. It's like, what's another word for the name that we could use for sex? And people were going like, fucking, Jizz Olympics or something
Jizz
like that.
Olympics.
And I was just like, the horizontal mambo. And everybody's like, oh, that's a good one. I was like, no one's ever heard of that. God, I'm fucking old.
There you go. I pick Aqua.
We all pick different people.
Yeah.
Aqua.
Well, I pick Aqua because... So
I guess he doesn't want to live either.
Well, no. See, this is smart because if we're stuck in a village, it gets a horde of titans, and if we're just quiet, what we can do... Oh my god. I just thought of something worse. No, I'm picking Darkness.
Scared.
I'm picking Darkness. I was at Light Roller. I immediately went to what would Light Roller do, and I don't want to even be factored into that possibly. So I'm Darkness all the way.
There you go.
Lightning Eagle also asks, you have a chance to experience one waifu's heavenly pits. Who do you choose?
Huh?
Now this is not Heavenly Kitchen or Heavenly Delusions or whatever. Heavenly
What was the
Pits.
question?
You
Which
have a
anime
chance
character?
to experience one waifu's heavenly pits. Why is Ellie asking these questions, by the way?
I mean, he asked the question, so you got to answer it.
Your.
Your.
Yor.
Yeah,
Briar?
I guess that's not bad.
those would be heavenly pits.
Okay, I guess it's
Yeah.
not bad.
Yes.
Judgmental pricks.
I just not into pits, so I don't know.
Just pick a pit.
Yeah.
Do the mosh pit if you want.
Well, I finished NES Lobby, so I'm gonna go with Nico Robin.
There you go.
What about what's? Oh, I know why Ellie's asking us this. It's because his girl is the face of like armpit fetish.
Oh, the one from
Yolanda.
Genshin. Yeah.
Oh no, not Yolanda. No, Yolanda is one of them. Yeah, Yolanda.
So
I
he
think
is
that's
the
her name.
kinky one.
Yeah, we figured it out.
There you go. He's a simp.
As for me, I'm picking Fubuki from One Punch Man. Because why not?
There you go.
Thank you, Ellie, for respecting me.
This was a disgusting question with disgusting answers. No matter which way you. Oh God, Ellie, why? Ellie asks for the next question. I mean, I'm ending the Q&A.
I want to say, you got to end that shit, man. We're going to be here all night.
Do you eat Freerin? He asked me specifically this. Do you eat Freerin's feet with salt or pepper?
Salt, right?
Neither.
Oh. So you just like the pure foot?
Raw.
Like, you don't.
I want to say, you're raw dogging it.
He was like, I don't want anything to enter raw.
Deep throating the whole.
No feet at all.
I don't know.
This is a reenaction of C. It's like, hey there. Man, you're tasty today. No salt and pepper.
Why would I need salt when I
want to say, I don't need no salt and pepper. All I need is them toesy woesies.
Why?
Do you have a nickname for each one of her toes? See?
No,
like one is like Piggly Wiggly.
I do this.
Here's the big toe. Here's the pinky toe.
Why
and
are
in
we not
between
listening
is
to
like
me?
Big Mama or something.
You gotta get the little jam in between. Spread it on toast.
I don't want to talk about this anymore. I'm out.
Okay, we're moving on to the Google Doc questions. The Google Forms. There's a Google form in the description. You can click on it. You can submit your questions. Not about feet.
What if it's
there's one question about feet?
Which is ridiculous because the last question. Let's make it the first. Let's make it the first question. Is Freerin the anime with the most feet fan service? The answer is close. I imagine there's something worse.
Not?
I would imagine there's something worse too. There's one. Don't ask me how I know this, but there's one where they wear strictly pantyhose, and they're like doing a bunch of feet stuff while wearing pantyhose.
Yeah, it got like 2 seasons.
Come on, Miru tights?
It might be.
Yeah, that's it. That is.
I think that's a very feet fan service anime.
That
which
is
I'd
probably.
barely even call it an anime. It's probably a fucking hentai. But that one.
Yeah.
Light Riller, tell me, is that the most feet fan service? You ought to know.
I feel like he's fishing for or he's fishing to like
He
get
wants
new
to
anime.
find more. Yeah.
Right. It's like, okay. Taking notes.
For some reason, he thinks we're the beacon of feet.
We're the feet experts.
I mean, we just proved them right by giving them a name.
I mean, well, you proved him right. We didn't know what the anime was called.
But we were all thinking of it.
Bada bing.
Bada boom. Next question. What's your favorite sports anime? That's actually a very good question.
For me,
I know what mine.
I have to go with, of course, Ping Pong the animation. It's just my favorite because it's so unique. It's really short. You don't have to spend a whole time watching it. Just great story, great characters, beautiful all around. If you haven't seen Ping Pong the animation, watch it. Do it.
I think I'd have to go ping pong too. I'll go ping
It's ping pong for me too.
reasons.
If we're talking about anime,
okay.
if it was manga, it would be different. But anime, yeah, I'll go with ping pong as well.
Damn. All right.
Wow.
Last question. I wonder who this question was from. Will KOA cover the One Piece? Now, this is the.
I think it
One Piece
was
remake.
Carp. I bet it was Carp that asked this.
I'm trying to think who else would be a One Piece fan that would watch, but yeah,
What's the One Piece?
that's the remake.
Oh, that's the remake that's coming.
Yeah, by Wit Studios.
Huh. So it's different because it has the in front of it.
Yeah, they're just trying to separate it. They should just call it One Piece.
I mean, imagine your series has been going on for so fucking long that there's a remake going on while you simultaneously have your regular show going. That's insane.
Yeah. While there's also a live action going at the same time.
Did that too.
And a manga.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
spin-offs.
Yeah.
One Piece is crazy, yo. Taking over. I don't know. Maybe not. We gotta wait. We gotta see what's coming out that season.
I don't know, man. I mean,
we're probably gonna continue to watch the live action, I think, but
I would. I'd totally watch the second season.
we'd have to see what it looks like and what they're doing with it.
Jimmy Lee Curtis. See if she's in it.
Sassi, you don't like One Piece anymore, do you?
I dropped it a long time ago.
Yeah, so that kind of makes it uncertain. It's a 50-50. We'll see.
I mean, that was like what 900 chapters or so into the series. So
Yeah, but like EA is the only one that hasn't seen it. Me and you have. It's a little complicated. It's like do like those early arcs like East Blue. I've seen East Blue a lot. So yeah, I've seen and read it a lot. So I don't know. We'll see. That is the final question, and well, yeah, EA.
Yes, sir.
Where can they find you?
You can find me over at my channel, Everything Animated, where there's a whole lot of nothing and a whole lot of shit. There's
It's good
shows.
Yeah, you're selling them.
There's oh yeah, totally. All people that are still here. Yeah. I do have a backlog of stuff if you're interested in watching. Where me and Sea Tactics and Rising Sun Reviews talk about rent a girlfriend. It's super great, especially when C's crying in the corner. It's really fun when that happens. It's mostly just me and Rising Sun, but we had a special guest of C a couple of times. We had to take him out of the straitjacket to watch it, and he's just like, no, and it was funny because he watched like the worst episodes, and then we watched the good ones. It just kind of worked out that way. It was great. So anyway, you can subscribe to me there while I am talking about my shelf and other things. We have a Patreon where we talk about other fun things as well. The KOA video game special. We talk about Madoka Magica Rebellion. And me and Sasuke share a drunken podcast where we're literally drunk, get in a fight, hug it out, and then we say, same time next week? And we go, hell yeah. That was a fun time, wasn't it?
I remember it like it was yesterday.
It was great times. Also, of course, if you're new, subscribe to our Twitter, King of Anime Pod, where you'll know when we go live, because sometimes we don't just stream on Mondays. Last Thursday, we streamed on a Thursday, not that long ago. So, hey, there could be another day. You never know where we stream on I don't know, like a Saturday or something. Who knows? Only the future knows. So anyway, subscribe to all that. Follow, like, share, subscribe, and see you on the next one.
Satsuki.
Me?
Yeah.
That's me. That's my name.
Right, yeah.
Hi. What's up?
How's it going, buddy?
Oh, it's going good. You know what I mean? Hemorrhoids acting up a little bit.
Oh
Gotta go handle
no,
that.
got a little bubble on your ass. I see.
Yeah. Gotta clean it up for the misses and whatnot.
Gotta get that preparation H going.
You can
Yeah.
get it lanced.
Oh, okay, I'll try that. You know somebody?
I think his name was Archer or Lancer. It was from some like Fate show. I think he's pretty good.
Oh, the one with the gay bulge.
Yeah, the gay
I don't
bulge.
like
Well,
talking to
that's
that
the
guy.
perfect one to deal with the hemorrhoids then. He's got the gay
I
bulge.
don't like talking to that guy. he always talks about like chivalry and stuff. I don't know. Yeah.
Well, I mean, keep him in mind, I guess.
Yeah. But if you would like to find me, you can find me on my main channel, Satsuki the Savage, YouTube, and Satsuki the Savage. That's my Twitch, where I stream every Saturday, Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or around that time. Latest I go is like 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Play a plethora of games. Almost finished with Danganronpa Ultra Despair Girls. Finishing the Crimson Flower route of Fire Emblem 3 Houses. It's my second route I played thus far. Still have to go to the other houses. Golden Deer and Blue Lions and whatnot. Yeah, I play a whole bunch of different games, and I'm going to add some more games to the arsenal. Definitely am going to play Persona 3 Reloaded soon. Kind of soon. But another game that I'm officially going to add to my repertoire is Stellar Blade. And no, it's not because of the ass. It's because of the ass cheeks.
Yeah. Sorry, I got excited.
So that is where you can find me.
the Korean women who speak in British accents.
I have
I-
a lovely ass.
I did not know that Stellar Blade was made by Shift Up, by the way. Shift Up was the same company that made Nikkei.
Nick. Yeah.
Oh, really? No wonder they got the booty down pat. Wow.
That's one thing I'll say about Koreans. If you read a lot of manhwa where the Japanese emphasize the boobs, Koreans kind of like ass. I think they're more like us in that way.
All right. You're
Oh,
going to have to
Koreans.
give me a full list after the show of all of these manhwas in Korean. I need them now.
Koreans
Light ruler can help you
cultural Koreans like the Americans.
English.
They like them very much. They take inspiration from the Americans, which is probably a bad idea, but yeah, a lot of they love Hollywood movies. That's their thing. That's why they're so big on dramas, because they love American dramas. But as for me, my thing's not working this week, because that's the reason why I had Freerin up.
I have a woman for that.
Huh?
You do what?
You said your thing's not working. I have a woman to help you with that.
Wait, who?
Talking about the girl from Mushoku Tensei?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Ew.
No,
You
not
don't even
that
know
one, the
which
other
one.
The other one, see.
Yeah, not Sylphie.
Oh wait,
I don't
no,
want that
no,
one.
God, no.
I don't want that other one. I don't remember her name. I don't. Ellie Nalise? No,
No, not that one, not that one.
No.
No.
What one?
You know.
You don't know?
Come on, C.
Wait.
I know you can't come on now,
Zenith?
but
I mean, I'm okay if it's Zenith. If it's Zenith, we're good. We are solid. Anyways,
Well, we okay.
tomorrow, Chainsaw Man on Bento. Go check it out. I don't got anything coming out this week on C Tactics, so who gives a shit? Thanks everybody for watching. We'll tune in next week and see you later. Bye bye.
Brand new season.
Johnny.
Later.